All right, everybody. Uh, Time for me to get through this. Don't listen to Kenny. He's insane. He's an insane man. All right, so let's get started off with the team analysis portion. Let me get that pulled up right here for y'all. All right, here we go. Okay. So, first off, I want to say welcome, one and all, to MMC. I want to say this is season 9 now. I could definitely be wrong about that. Don't get me wrong, though. I'm definitely not the smartest. It might be 7, actually. Yeah, I can't count. I am American, after all. But regardless, I hope you all are enjoying your guys' day so far. Let me know how you guys are doing, of course. But I'm doing pretty good myself because I would like to say I have a very fun team this season. As you can see, we already got a very interesting lineup right up here, and you'll see the interesting low tiers soon enough. But yes, first off, I got Roaring Moon as my round 1 pick. Honestly, Roaring Moon, or Roaring Mid as I've been calling him for so long, the guy is just insane. He is like the MMC champion of all time. Like, out of the 7 seasons that we have done, Roaring Mid has probably gotten the most dubs out of any single mon. It's been on like at least 3 or 4 different finalist teams, so hopefully that means good things for me. It's just pretty standard overall. Like 119 speed, it speed ties Cinderace, which if you guys have seen any of my videos recently, Cinderace is a frickin' bum. And it honestly has pretty respectable bulk on the special side. 101 Spit F and 105 HP, that is a viable Assault Vest user if I've ever seen one. Of course, 71 defense means that you're kind of lackluster into the physical mons that are going to be throwing off like fighting attacks at you, and you're also weak to a lot of priority moves like Ice Shard, for example. But overall, Roaring Moon is just pretty solid at throwing off very big physical damage. It's a really good Choice Band or Choice Scarf user, Assault Vest like I mentioned. It can even be ran like with a certain defensive set with Roost. It gets lots of really good utility, like Knockoff, for example. There's the standard D-Dance set. It gets stuff like Dragon Tail if you really want to be running those bulky variants. You even get some decent special coverage, but honestly, 55 special attack really isn't viable on Roaring Moon. But I mean, hey, I've seen people use special Cinderace before to decent success, so who knows, maybe you'll see Choice Scarf Roaring Moon come out one of these days. But you even get fun stuff like Taunt to shut down any setup or whatever it's called. Hazards, for example, you get pretty good coverage with Stone Edge, X-Scissor, Zen Headbutt. You get stuff like Lash Out if you are worried about like Intimidate. Overall, Roaring Moon is just pretty decent. Facade in case you get paralyzed or burned, because that's kind of the main ways that you deal with the Roaring Moon. But overall, he's pretty decent. I can't even lie. Like, he's a pretty fun mon to use. I'm really looking forward to using him. You can even do the scale shot sets as well, but you don't get Sword Stance, so you're not doing it as well as Bax is, for example. Pretty decent round 1 pick, I would say, especially getting a pretty decent speed tier right off the bat. And then I wanted to pair him alongside another dragon type, which we have Great Neck, the Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt, everyone knows what Raging Bolt does. It actually is surprisingly fast for a mon that's like, you don't really think that it's super fast. It's more like a middle of the range speed mon. But at the same time, you're outspeeding a lot of bulky mons, like those bulky ground types, just naturally. And you can throw off really strong, like, modest hits. Like, for example, like, you're hitting over 400 easily with your with a modest set, and paired that alongside booster energy or choice specs, for example, this thing is going to be doing a shit ton of damage pretty much any single week it comes. Of course, its coverage is pretty freaking bad. Like, you only really get dragon and electric type moves. You get hyper voice on some weeks where you really could use a little bit more coverage. For physical variants, you have Earthquake and Crunch, but at the same time, like, this thing is 73 base attack. Like, it's still better than Roaring Moon's special attack, but it's still not something that you want to be using. Definitely not often, at the very least. You get stuff like Terra Blast, I guess, but why wouldn't you just run Hyper Voice instead? You get your Volt Switch for pivoting. Weather Ball is actually surprisingly fun, as you'll see in a little bit. You get Thunderclap for priority, which is solid overall. You even get Taunt again to be able to shut down any of those like slow, more bulky like mons from clicking any sort of setup or even healing themselves. You get Rest Talk if you really want to do that. You get phasing with Roar, which could be pretty useful. Dragon Tail is pretty decent when it comes to like any bulky variants, especially since you also have Body Press as well. Ancient Power really isn't good. Don't get me wrong. It's still like fine. Like, for example, you might be able to use this on any flying types that are not weak to electric type moves. But even then, unless they're fully immune to your electric moves, you're almost always going to be clicking your electric stab or even your dragon stab into them. The only example I can really think of would be like a Terra Kilowattrel who's Terra Ferrying. But at the same time, why would you click Ancient Power when you have Hyper Voice right there, right? Overall, it's pretty good. It's just, of course, that coverage isn't going to be very nice. Weather Ball will help out a lot, though, as you will see, because next up we also have Galarian Slowking, who will be my main source of defensive utility here, alongside another guy that you'll see in just a moment. Overall, like, pretty standard regen pivot. You're almost never going to be running any of these other abilities. The Curious Medicine is interesting. It's still not good in singles because it's mainly doubles focused move, and Own Tempo. You don't really care. Like, I'm pretty sure most confusion moves in this league, like guarantee ones like Confuse Ray, are banned. So you're only really immune to Intimidate, which isn't good on a special attacker. So it's like you're almost always going to be running Regenerator. And then, of course, items wise, Leftovers, Black Sludge, Heavy Duty Boots, Rocky Helmet, Assault Vest. Kind of the general ideas. Glow King is also really good with Resist Berries. It's solid with Air Balloon. Overall, just pretty solid overall for a defensive mon, especially on the special side. 110 SPDF, 95 HP. Definitely pretty good. Funnily enough, not really as good as Roaring Moon special defense, which is honestly kind of hilarious. 110 special attack, even uninvested, that's going to be doing decent damage. And you get stuff like your Sludge Bombs, your Surfs. You get stuff like Future Sight, of course, which kind of forces switch outs into your dark types. And if you have a good mon that's able to take advantage of those dark types, it's pretty solid overall. And I see Kenny mentions in the chat as well, Crucial Fairy Resist for both your best Pokemon being Dragon. 100%. That's another big reason why I wanted Glow King. It's a very good switch into those fairy type moves, especially since on the weeks I'm going up against, you know, the main top tier fairies, being like Iron Valiant, your Enamorous, even like Clefable weeks. Glow King is going to be like the best switch into all of those mons, because Enamorous isn't going to be breaking through Slowking on the SPDF side. Clefable definitely is not, and Iron Valiant, I just completely wall both of its stabs. Of course, Knockoff is kind of spooky, but run a Colbur Berry on that, and now all of a sudden he really has no way of hitting me unless he's like a setup into a Knockoff set, in which case I still live one and I can click Sludge Bomb afterwards. Like, Glow King is just really solid overall. And I do also see Kenny mentioning, yes, the Dragapult matchup is definitely not good, but at the same time, like, Glow King will still be able to match it at least okay. Like, of course, you're weak to your Shadow Balls. Yes, that's what I'm thinking of, your Ghost type moves. But at the same time, like, he's still bulky enough that with like an Assault Vest or something along those lines, he should be able to eat decent hits from any one mon, and then potentially cripple them with a Thunder Wave, or even a poison with Sludge Bomb, for example. You even get stuff like Foul Play. If the Dragapult, let's just say, is going to be more of a physical set, Foul Play can let me be able to turn the tides pretty decently on that. Even interesting stuff like Dual Screens, you get Iron Defense, you get Reliable Recovery, Slack Off, Taunt, Substitute. You even get just like fully reliable Toxic and Toxic Spikes. Trick Room is not good, but for offensive Slowking, where, for example, like we're on the topic of Dragapult already, if I'm a weakness policy Slowking and I eat a Shadow Ball, I can just Trick Room on that same turn, and then all of a sudden I am now the fastest thing on the field with a +2 Slowking. Like, 110 at +2 is going to still do quite significant damage into pretty much everything. So I would say that he is pretty solid overall, I would say. And that's, of course, the offensive variance. He's mainly going to be defensive. And Chilly Reception, setting the snow, also gives Raging Bolt an Ice-type Weather Ball, giving me Bolt Beam coverage. So I do think that that is pretty interesting, I would say. It's kind of like Baby's first like synergy when it comes to like setting the weather for a Weather Ball user. It's kind of just like basic, everyone knows it. But at the same time, it could definitely pose a bit of a threat occasionally. And then for my next up Mon to go alongside Slowking, I got Alomomola. Gotta love the Wish Fish for sure. Again, never gonna not be Regenerator. He's amazing with Assault Vest. He's great with Rocky Helmet, heavy duty boots, of course. That was awful at spelling heavy. Yeah, heavy duty boots. Even just like standard like leftovers sets, he could be pretty decent in pretty much anything he does. Defensively, at least, there's no way that this thing is ever going to be posing much of an offensive threat with 40 special attack and 75 attack. Like, that's just kind of dog. But at the same time, you're just running the same stuff. You're running Wish or even Healing Wish, funnily enough. You also get, of course, your Scald. You get Flip Turn. You even get like crucial fairy coverage like Alluring Voice or Play Rough to hit any dark types that want to switch in on you. And you even get stuff like Mirror Coat to sort of flip the tides. Like if you're running a max HP, max defense set, you can run Mirror Coat to be able to catch off any of those Freeze Dry spammers or Thunderbolt spammers. You can kind of just like slap on Mirror Coat is just a way to just like deal with them out of nowhere. It's kind of just, I would say it is definitely a little on the predictable side, but it does give you a way of dealing with those mons pretty well. Pain Split's pretty bad on Alomomola because of how high its HP stat is. It's almost always going to be at more HP than your opponent is, so you're never going to be really running that. But at the same time, with Flip Turn and Regenerator, you're getting a shit ton of healing anyways. Even stuff like Rest Talk, Substitute, like, it's not good, but it's there. You even get funny stuff like Calm Mind when you really, really want to. Baton Pass and setup moves are banned, so don't even get any funny ideas. You get fun stuff with like Aqua Jet to be able to pick off any weakened mons. Overall, though, you're kind of just going to be running your standard Assault Vest or Rocky Helmet or Heavy Duty Boots, and you're just going to be pivoting in, spamming Scald, getting status off, and healing up your teammates with Wish. That's kind of what Aloe has always done, and he's going to do it pretty decently, I would say. And kind of for like a defensive offensive mon, we have Ogerpon Wellspring. Again, very weak to Freeze Dry. I am fully aware of this. Thankfully, there's only really like two like actual Freeze Dry mons that you have to respect, and that's Kyurem, which I do kind of feel like the Raging Bolt and Roaring Moon team can at least decently handle a Kyurem, to a degree at least. And then of course Iron Bundle, which again, I have Raging Bolt. He can handle it decently. Freeze Dry is just always spooky regardless. But regardless, anyways, I just wanted a water type that was a little more offensive while also having a solid speed tier. 110 speed is actually pretty decent, I would say. Especially considering 120 base attack while also getting the Ivy, the mask boost for Ivy Cudgel. You're going to be doing some pretty decent damage. You even get fun utility like Encore. You get stuff like Counter if you really want to. You get good coverage like Play Rough, Low Kick, Knock Off to get rid of any items. You get stuff like Spike, Spiky Shield, Stomping Tantrum, the standard Swords Dance and Trailblaze set. You get Taunt. Overall, Ogre Wellspring is pretty solid. Kind of stops any water spam, though, to be honest. I don't see a reason why you'd be spamming water into me. I mainly just wanted him because I was having a really tough matchup into both rock and ground, and that's not exactly something I wanted. As you see, my next mon, I didn't really want to have such a bad matchup into those particular mons. Originally, Ogerpon Wellspring was Hearthflame, which I do think went a little bit too far into being a sun mode for what I really wanted him to be. But at the end of the day, I do think that Ogerpon Wellspring, everyone knows what it does. So I'm just going to hope that he does his thing particularly well for my team. And it's also my first time not using Ogerpon Cornerstone as my Ogerpon form, using it like 4 times and not using any other Ogerpon form. So hopefully he will live up to that. And next up we have Torkoal for the Sun mode. Torkoal, there's even less to say about this guy, honestly. Like, we have Rapid Spin, we have Stealth Rock, we have Will-O-Wisp, and then of course we have your pick of like Fire Move. Clear Smog is there for any like setup sweepers, like especially physical ones, because Torkoal's physical defense stat, you're almost never going to be one-shotting this, even at +2. Like, it's going to do a shit ton of damage, but it won't OHKO you outright. And you can either cripple it with Will-O-Wisp, get rid of its setup with Clear Smog. You can do all that sort of stuff. Eruption is honestly kind of fun, but at the same time, like even if you wanted to run a Choice Scarf set, like, you're just not going to be outspeeding anything. Like, base 20 speed, that's not worth it. So you're going to have to be catching things on switching out in order to use Eruption effectively. So it's almost always just better to go for like a Overheat, or even just like a Flamethrower, or a Lava Plume to threaten burns. Like, overall, like, Eruption is just not very good on Torkoal specifically. Shell Smash sets are honestly kind of fun, I would say, especially when you have Solar Beam there for waters. But like I said, you're not even outspeeding, even if you're running max speed +2, you're still only hitting like 304. Like, you're not outspeeding things. You're gonna need multiple Shell Smashes, which for a Torkoal, that's gonna be almost impossible. So you're just kind of gonna be running the standard Heat Rock or Heavy Duty Boot set, maybe occasionally Rocky Helmet, and then just like, again, these moves plus like your Fire Move, occasionally a coverage option like Solar Beam, Sludge Bomb. Weather Ball is honestly pretty decent for just general like fire type damage. I would kind of prefer Flamethrower just for like a slight chance to burn, or even like a Heat Wave for that matter. Like, it's not going to be doing that much extra damage, so might as well have a little bit of RNG on your side there. That's kind of just all he does though. Just offering Sun for my team. Funnily enough, Ogerpon Wellspring does actually do decently in Sun. It's not that great, of course, like having the power of my water type Ivy Cudgels, but I also get Solar Blade, so that is kind of funny. And then it's even decent for like the synthesis sets as well, so it just makes it pretty decent both in and out of Sun, whereas Hearthflame kind of just always has to be in Sun, I feel like. And now for my next up mon, I already see Kenny mentioned it in the chat. We have Virizion. I mainly just wanted a mon that was like faster, that also wasn't weak to ground, and I also really wanted a fighting type. Honestly, I could see Virizion not even being on the team, especially considering I already have a grass type in Ogerpon Wellspring. But this is one of my Terra captains. The Terra types that this thing will be able to Terra into is Terra Fighting, Terra Fire, and Terra Steel. I do think that Virizion, he's not great, don't get me wrong. Base 90s in both attack and special attack are not amazing, but he does have some fairly respectable special bulk, which can give me plenty of opportunities to set up either Swords Dance or Calm Minds. And it also makes him a very reliable Assault Vest user, letting me be able to run as much in my attacking stats as humanly possible, while also getting the most out of my Assault Vest. And funnily enough, Virizion is actually going to be somewhat of my best answer into Freeze Dry, because Terra Steel, while having a bunch of special defense, it's honestly a switch in. Like, don't get me wrong, it is not amazing having my only Freeze Dry resist being a Virizion of all things that's weak to it beforehand. It is not great. I'm not going to be the first. I'm going to be the first one to admit it. But I do think that he can do some pretty interesting things. And I think he's just fun regardless. Like, you get pretty fun stuff. Like, you get your taunt, substitute, you get SD and Calm Mind being able to go on both physical or special. Of course, you get stuff like Air Slash, Aura Sphere. You get your special stab options with Energy Ball or Focus Blast. Same thing with Aura Sphere up there as well. You get your physical options with Close Combat or Leaf Blade. I even think you do get, you still get Solar Blade, of course, there as well. And you get your Terra Blast for either Terra Fire or Terra Steel. Virizion is not amazing. He is not even, I would argue to say he's not even that good, but I do think that he will be fun to use one way or another. I could definitely see Virizion being one of the mons that I drop in Grace and pick up a different guy, but this is kind of just the best way that my points lined up to get a faster mon, wasn't weak to ground, and also having a fighting type. So next up on the chopping block, we have Mudsdale, who is also going to be another one of my Terra captains. His Terra types are ground, of course, because we need one stab type, and ground. Since Mudsdale is mono ground, I have nothing else to use. So ground, fairy to get that coveted ground fairy typing. As we saw with Crocodile, I do believe that the fairy ground typing is insanely solid, especially on a mon that has a 125 base attack. That is pretty good. And then Terra Water, because water ground is a really solid offensive move combination, only being really resisted by grass, which, to be honest, it's grass. It's not even that great of a type, but it is available for sure. And then you even get you get your stuff like Stealth Rock. Funnily enough, besides Torkoal, I'm your only Stealth Rock user. My team, I'm not going to be the first one to I'm going to be the first one to claim that my team isn't even that great, but he's definitely going to be a lot of fun. Own Tempo, we already saw that with Slow King. Immune to Intimidate, pretty decent. Inner Focus does the same thing as well, while also making sure that I can't be flinched. That can be decent against, like, say, the Jirachi matchup or something like that. But mainly, Stamina is going to be his ability, boosting my defense every time I am hit. And then also going to be clicking Body Press, as well as my stabs with Earthquake and then Terra Blast for either Terra Blast Fairy or Water, respectively. I even get stuff like Iron Defense. I get Low Kick for, I was going to say Steel and Rock types, but I'm a ground type, so it doesn't even really matter. But regardless, Low Kick fighting coverage on Mudsdale is pretty decent, I would say. You get fun stuff like Smackdown for anything that is going to be immune to your ground type moves. We already saw how solid, honestly, that was with Crocodile in NBBL. You get stuff like Substitute, you get Curse. Sadly, no like Swords Dance or anything. I mean, I don't see why this horse would be clicking Swords Dance ever, but would have been nice. Iron Head and Heavy Slam for Steel type coverage is pretty solid. You even get stuff like Bulldoze, which I don't think is amazing, but lowering speed can be pretty decent for setting up my other mons like Roaring Moon and Raging Bolt. Yeah, that's kind of just his main spiel, though. He's kind of just going to be there as like another defensive piece, because running a bunch of SPDEF with the stamina ability, being able to boost up my defenses pretty well, he's going to be pretty hard to break through. No reliable recovery is not amazing, though he does get the Resto Chesto set if I really wanted to do that. Also helps against any sort of status spreader as well. Otherwise, just plain old leftovers can be pretty solid as well. I do think Mudsdale is going to be a pretty decent Terra captain for me this season. Definitely much better than Virizion on average, I would say, especially since Mudsdale ground is one of the best typings in the game, and giving me both stab ground and stab fairy moves, I think that could be pretty threatening. And then next up, I needed a fairy type. I got Dashbun. It's just kind of, he's just there. There wasn't any other really great other options on the board at the time. I don't think that having a low tier fairy is even that necessary, to be honest. Really, there's only like 5 really good, amazing fairy types. And if you don't have one of those, then I almost don't even think it's fully worth it when you have Terra, because oftentimes you would just be running your whatever it's called, your Terra Fairy Terra Captain instead. So I do think that Dashfun is kind of negligible on a lot of teams, but overall he can still do his thing, switch into fire type moves. Funnily enough, it actually helps into opposing like fire types, because I only have one fire type on my team if you discount Terra Fire on Virizion. Torkoal can actually like, I do think that fire spam is not even that great into me, but it does kind of just help against my opponents who might be wanting to spam fire moves in return. It's not even that great, but he does do pretty decently. And then also, like, the same old things, spamming play rough. Get Psychic Fangs to get rid of any screens. He gets phasing with Roar, which is actually pretty useful. He gets Wish, but why would I ever run this with Wish when I have Wish Fish right over here? Kind of not the best mon, honestly. He's just kind of there. But I do think that in like the 1 or 2 weeks that he comes, he could do decently enough. And then also you have Driftblim here as well, which again, just solid defensive mon. Honestly can do pretty decently offensively as well with the Unburdened set with like Calm Mind, because this thing is super bulky on its own, just flat out raw. So like why not just run a bunch in your a special attack and speed and just actually be a decent threat, because sadly does not get Hurricane, but like Air Slash, you get Shadow Ball. That's kind of mainly it. I do think you get Strength Sap as well. Yes, you do get Strength Sap, which does make you better bulky. You get Curse, so you could run like an evil Curse Strength Sap set if you really wanted to. You get stuff like Explosion, you get Debond, Memento. I love these kinds of moves where you can just like get rid of a threat to kind of set up one of your teammates. Even funny stuff like Weather Ball, Trick Room. You get status with Thunder Wave and Will-O-Wisp. I do think that Driftblim is not amazing. He's kind of like Dashbun in the sense that he's only going to be coming to a week or two, but overall I do think that he's not that amazing. Just kind of going to be there for the 1 or 2 matchups I really want to have my hazards up, which is just Stealth Rock. So I do think that having him there as a spin blocker isn't exactly necessary, but he's going to be there regardless. But that is the team. The team is definitely not that amazing. I definitely think that there is a lot of things that could be improved on here, mainly the Virizion and the Dashfun and Driftblim. I do think everything else, like the Mudsdale, Torkoal, Ogre Wellspring, I could maybe see going for Ogre Hearthflame instead. I could probably see that. And then of course the defensive core with Alomomola, Slow King, and then the 2 dragons. I think this team will be very fun regardless, and it'll definitely make my opponents very upset most weeks, I want to say. And as Capslock is saying in the chat, please don't invest in SpidF on Virizion. before HP like you did 3 minutes ago. Yes, that was just kind of me trying to show how much SPDEF it has, but 100% HP is almost always better because your SPDEF is already so high in general that it just makes you better on the physical side while also helping out in the special side. Like, whereas if you went all in on SPDEF, sure, you're a practically unbreakable specially defensive wall, but you're going to be getting eaten alive by any physical attack ever. So if you're running the assault vest set, always just run an HP or even just speed, for example. But yeah, it's definitely one of those mons. And also, as Caps Lock says, yes, he does also keep defog as well on Driftblim, which is okay. I do think that my team not being super hazard focused, only really having Ogrepon Wellspring for spikes, Slowking Galar for toxic spikes, and either Torkoal or Mudstill for Stealth Rock, I think I'm only really going to be setting up one hazard any given game as is. So if there's any particular week where I'm super worried about getting hazard stacked, Driftblim can be a pretty solid mon for that as well. Thank you for pointing that out. I do appreciate that. I do think Driftblim is honestly solid in what he does. It's just on my team in particular, he's probably not the best. So definitely the things to be workshopped is Virizion and Dashbun, I would say. But hey, that's for Grace Period 2. And then right now, what I'm going to do here is we're going to be starting to get into the power rankings portion here. So first off, what I am going to do is I am going to put on a quick intermission. Be right back, actually, because I need to use the bathroom before I get joined in with Drees and Kenny to do the power rankings. So if Drees and Kenny, if both of you guys are in the chat here, just hop into the MMC voice chat, and I will join you guys here in just a moment as soon as I get done going to the bathroom. So I will be right back, individuals. All right. Okay. Gonna be hopping right back in here now. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna be hopping into here.
I'm Steve.
Gonna drag Kenny into here. Yo, Mr. Bot.
Oh my god, that is scary.
You've gotten dragged in.
What's up?
Alright. Gonna just ping Drees here in just a moment. Get him in here as well.
He's tardy to the party, unbelievable.
Yes, I cannot believe it. There we go. Gonna ping this man. Here we go. You have been pinged, Drees. Now, any moment after this one, it is entirely on you.
Oh, wow.
Hello,
Hello.
hello.
Alright.
How we doing?
You ready to yap yet again, Drees?
Yeah. To be fair, I just want to enjoy talking with you two, to be honest.
Fair enough.
That's
We
fair
are
enough.
pretty dope, I must say. We are pretty cool.
I
You're
think it's
rude
probably
to me. Like, get in voice chat.
Get a voice chat
Please?
now.
Get in voice chat
please?
now. All right.
Christ.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he is gonna be getting racist. I will say.
No.
He did tell me that.
I did not say anything of the sort. Stop spreading
Ooh.
misinformation.
I think we should start with ranking Steve's team because he was just talking about it, so it would be like a nice transition to the power rankings.
You know what? I
Um,
think that's honestly a pretty fair shot. That I'll leave that one up to you guys because I already yapped infinitely about my team. So
That's exactly what I was thinking. So we can yap
Are we already
about your
starting?
Yep, we're
so
starting.
He did like a
Oh.
team review of his own thing, real quick, and then we just transitioned to the power rankings part. So
Oh, I wasn't even invited for the main. Wow. Okay.
neither
no,
was he.
I wasn't either. I just had to sit here and watch him yap for a couple minutes.
A couple minutes, as in like
Un-
35 minutes.
Unbearable. I gotta listen to this guy talk, man.
Funny.
But I have one issue with this team, and
that's
it only
Virizion.
has. I fucking hate that. I hate that animal. But you only have one flying resist in general, which means that unless your Virizion's already pre-terred, if there's like a torn T on like against you, like obviously Raging Bolt does like to switch in there. But that's the only thing that can take, like if it nasty plots, that's the only thing that can take up Bleakwind. Like pre-Terra.
Mm-hmm.
Literally
mean-
everything else on this team, I still think Glow King is like, even with an AV, like it's not gonna like the move that comes after the Bleakwind, you know?
I mean,
Pretty
true,
sure that
yeah.
Glow King kind of destroys Tornadus Tyrion.
I don't know, man. A nasty plot torn T?
I mean, he's
kinda
gonna have to
threatening.
hit that hurricane first.
Bleakwind.
Hey, not
Oh,
everybody's
either.
name is Steve SBU. So I think I can like I think I
hit
can
your
like
moves.
safely say that he's gonna hit the move, you know?
That's pretty fair,
I
I
mean-
will say. That's a fair statement for sure.
Yeah. I find this team hilarious. Like this was my favorite.
I think
team
this
in my
team is
power
so
rankings.
funny.
Yeah.
That's like my only issue with the team is that it has a pretty bad flying weakness, but other than that, like, yeah, it's a little fairy weak, but you have Glow King, so like it's really not that bad.
Yeah.
I think the
fairy
double
weakness is
dragons.
worse. I think the fairy weakness is worse than the flying, cause like Torn T with a nasty plot, sure, but there is a raging bolt that just thunderclaps you out of resistance immediately after. So it's kind of tough to set up a nasty plot with Torn T in my opinion. Like a gap dose is more scary, but then you have the stupid fish. So it's like
The stupid fucking fish.
The wish fish
I
that
hate-
completely takes what Dashbun wants to do and just like nullifies it completely as a Pokemon. I don't even know why I picked this stupid thing up, to be honest.
it's
No,
cute.
okay, the thing is that Dashbun like
Agreed.
completely invalidates the Chi-Yu and Gouging Fire matchups. It's like my Dugong.
Oh, true. True, yeah.
This is like your Dugong, you know?
Unfortunately, it
Dashbun
kind of
is my-
loses to Chi-Yu. It kind of loses to Chi-Yu. Gouging
Really?
Fire, I'll give
Even
you.
like a Spadef, like
Yeah,
maybe
Chi-Yu
even
just
AV
nasty plots
Dashbun?
through it. Chi-Yu just
Okay,
nasty
yeah,
plots through
I-
it, yeah.
I don't know. How much does a body press do? I'd imagine it at least 2 shots.
Let me see, actually. Dashbun. I like Dashbun. It's funny.
Dashbun's very cute. Love the bread dog.
I love how Dashbun is just my 5-point Dugong equivalent.
Yeah.
I like both of them, so.
You also have a pretty rough ice weakness too, but
Yeah.
you're able to Terra out of 2 of them, so it makes a lot more like sense that that's kind of like you have steel for one and then water for the other. So yeah, freeze dry, dude. You instantly lose to Iron Bundle, by the way, bro.
Always kind of lose to Iron Bundle, though.
If I pretend I don't, if I pretend I do not see it, he cannot bother me. Trust.
To be fair, Steve, you did beat the Kieran team week 1, so like.
Drees, my video hasn't come out yet.
Oh, Wow, the
That's your fault, mate. Like week 2 happened already.
Well, spoilers. Sorry, man. I'm busy. I'm busy and I haven't been able to get my videos out yet. This is my first
Imagine
time.
having a job and being busy. Here, it's my first time doing YouTube videos, guys.
Come on.
It's my first video. Come on.
Sorry.
But I will say, Virizion is a fraud. But I think if one person can make it work, it's you. I did say that earlier in chat, but like this guy sucks balls.
I
But
think he'll just be silly.
if it's gonna happen, if you're gonna use it, like I think you can get value out of it. You're gonna be
It's
so
a really
disappointed in
weird
it though.
mod.
You're gonna be so disappointed in it though. You're gonna be so let down.
That's
I
fair.
don't know, like it has dual screens and it's fast, so like it's decent that way. It's kind of everything it gets. Like, if you want to use this offensively, good luck with that. It's pathetic.
This thing is like
dual
Mario.
screens-
This thing is like Mario, and where it can just do a lot of things okay, but it has all it's very mid. It just
Yeah.
does everything okay. This is Mario and Mario Sports Mix. You have the
True.
default like guy.
Very, very true. I mainly just wanted Virizion because like fast fighting type.
He's
but
not even that fast though.
I mean 108's
108.
fine.
Like 108's not slow. 108's not slow. Like I'm not saying that. Like it's good. It's good for your speed tiers.
Yeah.
But let me see. Let
it's
me
a
look at
bulky
fighting
craft
types.
that's relatively fast. Like I get why Paddy said that you took this only for your ground weakness, because looking at your team and then an EQ, yeah.
Yeah, funnily
Oh
enough.
yeah, another thing that I really hate.
Funnily enough, I do have a like at least according to the chart, I have a decent matchup in the fire types, which is funny. I find it.
Because the chart counts Virizion and Drifblim, which we don't.
Yes.
So, I think that while Ogrepon is capable of switching in on ground moves, you don't want it to be a dedicated ground answer. And I don't like that your dedicated ground answer, like switch in, is forced to be Virizion, and that it tears out of its resistance to ground
Yeah.
and into a weakness, or I guess fighting type. You know.
Yeah. I definitely agree with all that for sure.
I don't think that this team can be any lower than a B, but I also don't think it's much higher than a B. I think that this is like the king of B tiers team. Like, I think it can be moved to A, right? Like as we go on, but I like throwing it at the top of B for right now. It does a lot of
I
things
agree.
good, but there's just a lot of glaring holes in the team, and they're like only kind of like accounted for. I feel. I know you're able to play around it because you are a good player, but that doesn't stop you from having the issues with the team, you know?
I definitely agree. King of mid, that's exactly where I want to be in my life. So I am completely happy with this.
King of mid.
I do think that there's a lot of changes that I could make in second grace period. So I'm definitely we are doing second grace period in Wi-Fi 2, right, Dries? Or am I insane?
No.
Oh,
We
that-
didn't want it. It's
oh.
just transactions,
Oh.
which is boring.
Maybe I will make some changes then at some point. I'll look again at the draft board. I know there's a reason why I drafted what I did, but I forget what else is on the board. So we shall see.
There have been so many crazy changes the first few weeks already.
Yeah, that's definitely very fair. I do think that there's definitely a couple of options that I could make to change the team up a little bit. Patty's out here telling me to drop the Glow King and Aloe.
Patty's like, yeah, I think your team would be a lot better without that Galarian Slow King.
Yeah.
I think your team is a lot better without a Roaring Moon, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need that thing.
Your team doesn't
I
need
think you should
Roaring
just
Moon.
drop everything. I think you should drop everything.
I can keep the Virizion, that's fine.
True. Specifically the Virizion. Alright. Now let's move on to Elliot's team here. This is a very Elliot team. I don't know how else to explain this. This is a very A very Elliot team. It's also a very Drees team, honestly.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is my team. This is not Elliot's.
Holy.
Yeah.
Wow, this team is very offensively scary.
This top 3 is
Um,
exactly what I would draft.
Yeah, this is exactly what you would draft, and then you also love Greninja. I think you're also pretty big
Yeah.
on the Terabelli belt, no?
Yes, and everything else I dislike.
it
Gligar,
does
yeah,
kinda
you
suck
don't
to
like
not have
the-
a rapid
Nah,
spinner.
Gligar is fine actually.
You like Gligar?
I actually I think Gligar kind of sucks in PAL decks because Gliscor can get away with not having Roost. I don't think Gligar can.
It becomes more of like a soft check, like you switch it in and you U-turn out, and you do that a few times, but you don't keep it healthy.
Yeah, for sure. I do find it really
Yeah,
I do find it really funny. Because of course we know how Elliot is. He's always second and triple and quadruple guessing his choices that he makes. In grace period, he was telling me, "You think I have enough hazard removal?" Like when he had the Komala and like another rapid spinner, and now all of a sudden he only has Corviknight.
Yeah, I will say, I don't really know what Oinkalone does. Is this just like a meme pick normal type?
I think it's
No,
just like
he
a
had-
1 point
he
normal
had
type.
he had Weavile and Komala last week, but the
This
Weavile
is-
did not perform, so he dropped it for Gren, and Gren is 1 point more expensive than the Weavile, so he needed to drop the Komala for like something that's 1 point. And
Yeah.
Oinkalone is probably the best normal type in there, because this team loses to Spectre without it.
That is true. I kind of.
You know what
wow,
I hate
I
about
don't know.
this
I
team?
feel like this. What do you hate about it?
I hate the Mimikyu. This team would be so easily the best team in the league without the Mimikyu. It's 9 points wasted. It doesn't do anything.
That's a 9-point Pokemon, dude. I feel like Mimikyu has fallen off ever since Disguised got nerfed. I feel like it's just been kind of dog shit, but nobody's just accepted it.
I
We
agree.
do
I
have
definitely
Terra
agree.
still on it, so like it's Terra legal, which is why it's 9 points. But he only drafted because his fiance wanted him to draft it.
No, that's his
Excuse
wife
me,
now.
Excuse me. Yeah. Excuse. I realized when I was talking.
Yeah,
So,
he'd be
like,
sleeping in the
happy wife,
doghouse
happy
for a
life.
week if he didn't
Happy
draft it.
life, but like, drop this Mimikyu and this team would be so much better.
Mm-hmm. Though to be fair, I also do think that if there's any player who could make Mimikyu work, it would be Elliot. Like,
Dude, Elliot he's a horrifying beast on the battlefield.
the way that he can just like surgically pivot in like Mons is just, I wish I could do that kind of shit. Like, I can't think ahead like that.
Yeah.
Like,
A Hellspan bro gets lucky though.
that is also
I
true.
will say, this team has so much pivoting, and I really like that.
I think
That's a
every
requirement, yeah.
pretty much everything on his team gets pivoting. Pult does, Corvi
Mimikyu
does.
doesn't, and the pig doesn't.
Yeah,
Everything else does.
Pig and Mimikyu don't. Everything else does.
Just to say, like, he had the Komala which could pivot. It was only the Mimikyu which couldn't pivot. It
Mhm.
doesn't fit his team.
Yeah, it doesn't fit the team very well. And I do agree that like Gren is pretty solid. Like I told him like in Grace that Gren is pretty good for his team overall. The only thing is, of course, I do think that having Weavile and Komala, like having Komala instead of Oinkalone, was a much bigger like difference than having like Weavile versus Gren. But to be fair though,
That's what
I'm also
I disagree with that.
I'm biased because I really
Komala
like
is-
Weavile.
Yeah, me too. But like, Komala is a lot better than Oinkalone. I agree with that.
Yes.
But like, you're only bringing the Komala versus Spectre. Let's be real. I
Are
don't
you-
even know if he
are you
fights
not
the Spectre
only-
team.
I don't know. I feel like you could get away with bringing Kamala one more time. Actually,
get away
I
with
don't
it,
know.
but,
You do have the Dragapult. Actually, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, well, another prominent ghost type. Because like
Dragapult,
it,
yeah.
it doesn't beat Goldango. Like I'm not even gonna try with that one. But Dragapult was the other I was thinking, and
Yeah. I mean, I like Weavile a lot as well, but Elliot isn't good with Weavile. Like, he wants to pivot it in, and then he wants to click a Swords Dance because he wants to run heavy duty boots, and then, like, Paddy switches in his Quavo, and the Weevil is forced out.
Yeah.
Or like you switch in your Rocky Helmet Pokemon, and suddenly the Weevil is at 50%, and like
You
Yeah.
should have
It
just
doesn't
had
like that.
Psycho
It's
Cut on
basic-
your Weavile.
True.
I don't think it gets that.
I don't think it does.
It
either.
does get Psycho Cut. It gets Psycho Cut.
In Paldex.
Oh, I don't know if it does in Paldex. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think
Let me
so, because
double check.
Paddy used what's it called? Kobo Berry for the aerial ace. Which was hilarious.
That's pretty funny. Like, I
Oh,
it
it
doesn't
lost
get
Psycho
Psycho
Cut
Cut.
in Paldex.
yeah.
No. Weavile is useless.
It's funny though. I've used it to pretty solid success, and I think I kind of sold Kenny on it a little bit. Like I've seen you use it before in that decks, right, Kenny?
Yeah.
Like I think the best set for Weavile is the Life Orb set. Like you don't want to be locking yourself into moves very often with Choice Band, and oftentimes you don't really get the free turn to set up with the Sword Stance set. Sure, some weeks you definitely can do that, but overall I think the immediate damage that Life Orb gives you, especially since you're frail as fuck anyways, so you want to be able to do as much damage immediately as you possibly can, and you don't really care about the chip damage that Life Orb does. Like I do think that Life Orb for attacks is probably Weavile's like best set in my opinion in Paldex. And I do feel like that even on the weeks that Sword Stance is good, you still appreciate the Life Orb immediate damage boost. Like you run your dual stabs with either Taxel, Crash, or Ice Spinner, depending on how much damage you need to do immediately. Your knockoff, of course. Yes, it does get Ice Spinner. It does get Ice Spinner.
I've never seen this thing use Ice Spinner in my entire life.
And then also your Ice Shard in case you're worried about like certain Scarfers that could be threatening to you. You don't need it every week, but it definitely does help in some weeks. And then like just like a random coverage option, like your low kick, aerial ace, I guess, in case you really need to. Trailblaze if you want to boost your speed instead of clicking a priority move. I do think that Weavile is very threatening with the Life Orb set, and if you're not comfortable running Life Orb or you're not comfortable with your hazard removal to get rid of like rocks or spikes to facilitate that, then it's definitely not a good mon for you.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing, because like I don't know if I agree with the Live Orb, but it's basically that like if you run Live Orb Triple Axel and I switch in my Rocky Helmet Petulant, for example, you're at 50% with your Weavile. And like Elliot hates his Pokemon getting to 50% just on one move. You don't care. You break something, it's fine. Elliot is like, nah, let me clean it up. So he's not good with Weavile in my opinion. I get why he dropped it.
Yeah, Gren is definitely a mon that fits his playstyle a lot better. But I do think that the difference between Gren and Weavile, at least for a player like me, it's quite negligible when in terms of like losing out on Komala being a significantly better mon than Oinkologne, personally at least. But regardless, and then also I see in the chat as well, okay, Patty's mentioning what the Terra types are. Bellies is electric, poison, and water. Mesprit is steel, psychic, and fairy. I don't think there's really any better like Terra combination for types. Like you need your stabs, of course, and then fairy on Mesprit is really, really good. Steel is really good because it pairs along with levitate pretty well, while also like fighting types not really wanting to switch in on you very well, because of course you're a psychic type naturally. I do think that electric could have been better had he not had Belly Bolt, but since Belly Bolt needs to have Terra Electric and we can't do overlapping, then I understand why Steel is a little bit better on Mesprit. Belly Bolt gives you a grounded poison type in addition to Iron Moth, and also poison is just a solid defensive typing overall. And then water, of course, is going to be what you're running 99% of the time anyways. I do think that overall the team is pretty solid. Also, one thing to note for Elliot specifically, Terra Poison Belly Bolt has 100% accurate Toxics.
Yeah. I kind of like flying more, but like 100% accuracy poisons is great. Also, the man is here.
For sure.
Yeah, no, I appreciate all the feedback and thoughts. Terra Poison Toxic is 100% the only reason I drafted it.
Elliot coming in to crash our party just to say that he is a toxic spammer.
If you've seen my week 2, it didn't work out so well. So I'm just saying there's counterplay.
There is counterplay to the toxic spamming belly bowl. I love it.
You're just washed, Elliot, when you don't get freezes.
I know. I mean, the Irish impression at the start didn't carry me to victory, which is a bummer.
You taunted fate with that one.
I did. The luck of the Irish.
True, the luck of the Irish.
Yeah, I thought I'd come crash for like 10 minutes while I'm driving to the car dealership to get my car fixed.
Fair enough.
Hell yeah.
So anything else that we missed talking about your team so far, Elliot? I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
So I only came in on the Terra Mesprit, so I heard nothing from the front end of that. But I'm sure you saw my transaction. Weavile's a big bitch. That deserves to go back to the free agency where it belongs. If I'm being honest, I am a little afraid about my like physical breaking, but hopefully with like Urshifu and a Banded Pult, that can make up for it, and Mimikyu, of course, clicking SD. But
I
other
am
than
more
that,
worried about your special breaking than your physical breaking, to be honest.
is
Like,
that so?
Yeah, I am more worried about that. Granite Bolt are really good, but they don't break that often. Like,
What
Gren
about
kind of
Bob?
needs Gren without Nasty Plot from ZA kind of needs to kill something before I feel like it can really take over a game in a special sweeper way. Like it's good with specs, but
Yeah, I love
I
it
feel
with
like
specs.
it struggles a little bit.
That's kind of how Iron Moth is too. Like you need to be running specs for it to really start breaking things. And if you're running specs, then you're gonna get worn down a lot by stealth rocks. Your most reliable special like setup option being Fiery Dance really makes
Which
it
never gets the boost, by the way. I
exactly.
hate this Pokemon.
You
I
only
hate
get
it
the
so
boost
much.
when it doesn't matter. And
No,
I don't think
Elliot,
I got it a single time
don't-
in that X.
don't listen to them. You're not unlucky like them. You will get the boost. It's okay. You will get the boost.
I can set up on my opponents by freezing them too, which is awesome. So if I can get the 10%, I can get the 50.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm just like, yeah, that's kind of the main thing. You also want to be running speed boosting with Iron Moth quite a lot. Like I find that the either booster speed set just isn't that great, reliably speaking. Choice Scarf is fine, but then you're also like struggling a little bit with breaking overall, like the biggest issue that we've been talking about so far. And then agility is pretty decent as well, especially with like a Life Orb or even booster special attack. It's not even that bad. But at the same time, it's also just like it's no like immediate special breaker. Like you still need to like you really like to be boosting your speed.
Agility Meteor Beam.
That is also true. You can do that as well.
Yeah, no, I think all the points make sense. I would say that like it does still have base 140 special attack with overheat, so that nobody appreciates taking that, especially with the coverage and running boots, which I did week 2, and of course got punished. But that say, right? Like, obviously, no team's perfect, and I know my special attack could be better, and it's basically, oh, there's a fire engine coming. There's basically, you know, like, I have to run a boosting item to get any sort of special breaking, which I understand is kind of a drawback. And then the lack of only one hazard control in Paldex, like, obviously, Komala was a hazard remover, quote unquote, but like, was it really coming to any games? Probably not, other than obligatory Spectria matchup. So I don't know what your sort of like S, A, B, C, and D rankings are, but if you're gonna place it somewhere, I would place it middle to low A.
Yeah,
if I'm
I
being
also agree
honest.
with
I would also put it in low A. I feel like it's.
Oh
What the
yeah.
heck? My browser just crashed. That's so odd.
Oh.
Um,
Yeah.
Alright, I do think that it does do a lot of things right. It can play the hazard game by like setting, but what sucks is that if you want to remove them, you have to if you want to remove hazard set on you gotta get rid of your own.
Yeah.
But out of all the hazard removers to have, your only one being Corviknight is like, come on, that's like one of the best ones.
Yeah.
If not the
Yeah.
best defogger. Like that's the GOAT.
Yeah. I
That's Mr.
definitely agree.
Fog.
I
I
definitely
only had
agree.
Corviknight in GWA as my removal, and it was fine.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
you're not.
You just don't
You'll
run
be
defog
okay.
when you run hazard stacking, or you just run no hazard stacking and you defog. Like it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. And like on the few times that you want like some hazard shit, you just run Stealth Rock and then you just get them up later on in the game. Like you get them back up after you like defog again. Like it's not that it's not that impossible to like click defog, get rid of your own rocks and your opponent's hazard stack, and then get your rocks up later in the game. Like it's not that unreliable to ask for. But yeah, I do agree. Like low to mid A, depending on where the other teams line up. I think that is very fair for Elliot's team personally.
Yeah.
What'd you rank for your team, Steve, out of curiosity?
I didn't rank them. They ranked it at
He's-
like the king of
We
mid.
threw him. Yeah, we
He's the
threw him
king of
in.
mid.
We threw him in the top of B for right now. We might slide him to A depending on how the rest of the teams look, but
He's the king of mid.
True.
Call himself that.
Yeah.
Everyone
wait,
everyone
uh,
knows Steve SVU, king of mid.
Well, what about Oinkaloink, Steve? You didn't talk about it. Steve,
I
you
did
didn't
talk about it. I did
Oinkaloink.
talk about it. It is really
Did you
bad.
say
You,
it's the best mon ever? I should put it S tier actually. I change where I'd like to place this team.
Don't tell me that Oinkalone is going to be your new Dedenne.
Dude, look at its stats, man. It's awesome. It's gonna break Alamomola. Trust.
100 base attack.
yeah, it's gonna break Alamomola with body press after 4 curses, guys. Come on, we got this.
After
I
it
think it
gets
has
skull
Steam
burns
Bomb,
and does
Or
like
it has
4.
energy ball too. Thank you very much. If you look
Coming
through
off
the,
base 59 special attack.
and well,
That's
that,
doing,
that
that's doing a soft 12 to AB Alamomola.
well, if you really think about it, it's like 90 base special attack with choice specs.
90
Alex
base
is
special
better
attack
off
with
clicking-
choice
You're
specs.
just better off clicking Super Fang.
Now
Alex.
we're cooking with gas.
Come on now.
True, Super Fang is just better. Giving me a free flip turn into my Raging Bolt. Thank you very much.
But then I have Gligar.
Super Fang the Raging Bolt. Super Fang everything.
Patty, I'm so sorry to diss on your goat Swanna, but Corviknight outclasses it in every feasible way.
That's
I mean,
bad.
true, but
Yeah.
Swanna is really good. I enjoyed Swanna. I actually enjoy Swanna quite a fair bit. Don't know why Paddy is talking about Swanna because it's not drafted, but like, he likes Swanna.
And then also, now that we have Elliot's team all ranked, now we're moving on to Dreez's team, and this is Speed the team.
Let me
Yeah.
get here. Hold on. Holy shit!
Why
What the fuck?
I wanted speed.
Why both?
both?
Why both?
Rapid spin, that's why.
Nah, I've been intrigued by Reggie Lucky for like the past 3 or 4 seasons. I was like,
Dude,
it's
I
time.
love Reggie Lucky.
I think it's
I
like
think it's
like- I needed a
I
lot of
think
speed.
I think Reggie Lucky is only good as a rapid spinner, and that's about it.
Dude, I don't think Reggie Lucky's that good, but I feel like he's like the peak shitter Pokemon to where like he's just so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I really wanted him on my rain team last season, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
If Z-moves were legal, Reggie Lucky would be like an actually really good Pokemon, but that will never happen, so therefore Reggie Lucky will never be actually good.
To be honest, it's like a bit of a weird fit on my team, because I'm like, yeah, just bring your ground type versus Reggie Lucky. I don't care, but then like my defensive core is weak to ground, so
yeah.
the ground type is coming. But then again I have a Gliscor, I I have a Dio which doesn't really care about ground types, just ice beam them out of the sky. So like, I think it's fun. Like it's fast. You have to speed creep my Dio with a choice scarf. It might as well speed creep my Regieleki as well, right? Who cares?
True.
Very true. And I respect the Terraless Zarude. Like I respect just base Zarude. I don't think he's that good, but I respect it.
It does what it needs to do here, which is take hits from ground type moves and then make them go away.
Yeah,
Pretty
and take
much,
hits
yeah.
from ghost types as well. Like I needed
Oh, yeah,
something
and
to
ghost
take
types.
ghost and ground moves.
Yeah, and he kind of just does that. And also, you kind of need, funnily enough, for such a fast team, you kind of needed the speed because, like, the gap between 123 and 105 is kind of pitiful. Like, you have a lot of really solid, like, top tier speed, like Terra Neuvern. I know you were trying to sell me on that thing to get me to drop Roaring Moon. Like he's fine, don't get me wrong, but like he's not amazing, I feel like. But like pairing alongside DOS and Regieleki, you have a lot of like solid top tier speed, and Blaziken is a fuck you like speed tier as well cuz you're boosting your speed every single turn. So like,
You know something funny?
yeah.
The Blaziken is my second slowest one on my team.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. But it is a fuck you speed mon. Like it's just it's always going to be faster than you after a single turn because speed boost is a thing. Petarun
That's
and
your scarf,
Glasgow.
and then he uses protect after swords dancing on you.
Yes, exactly.
Like my team kind of forces choice scarfers. Like with Dio
Mhm.
and Blaziken and Regieleki, you're forced to run choice scarf, which is probably not breaking through Glasgow, Petra, and Napoleon.
Yeah.
I'd argue that even if they run choice scarfs, it won't even matter that much because you're just faster anyways. Regieleki outspeeds a lot of scarfers.
Yeah, and like the Neuvern has frisk, so I can see if it's choice scarf or not. Like, there is a whole idea behind it.
Oh wait, I need to look at these Terra types actually.
The biggest thing that I would say for this team specifically is probably the fact that it's going to be forcing the high speed tier mons to be your scarfers, while the more mid tier speed tiers are just going to be allowed to run like plus attack and plus defense natures a lot of the time if they're going to be outspeeding what they need to anyways. Because like those mid tier like mons, like speed mons, aren't going to be outspeeding Regieleki and DOS with scarfers anyways. So like for example, the Cinderace, occasionally, like on the first turn maybe, but like that's kind of the only thing that they're going to be speed creeping. Like they're going to be speed creeping Jolly Blaziken for the first turn, and then like outside of that, I think that they're just not even going to worry about the Blaziken. They're just going to let their high tier like speedster be the scarfer. Like their Cinderaces and stuff like that. I think they're going to be the Meowscarada team. I feel like is definitely going to be like the scarfer on this team against this team. Stuff like that. I think is going to be.
I honestly think Meowscarada can get away with being banded on this against this team.
I could maybe see it, but like, you get the sentiment that I'm trying to say. Like,
honestly, I look at this team and like. This is... I just imagine if this was in the ZA format and how a modest nasty plot Greninja could absolutely, like, eat this whole team for breakfast.
True.
Yeah. I had to Greninja. I had to Greninja first. Yeah.
The Greninja matchup in general is pretty rough. Like, outside of that joke I was making, because it can get away with being modest.
To be fair, Napoleon and Articuno eat Greninja for dinner.
That is true. I do think that wait, I need to see this thing's Terra types. Oh, you're Terra Water?
Yeah.
And Fairy?
Yeah. He's my fairy type.
That is your fairy type. Hey, honestly, that's a good fairy type.
Yeah, I can't even lie. That is a pretty solid fairy type. Can't even deny that.
Articuno, my favorite fairy type, for real.
True.
He's also your freeze dryer, who's never gonna freeze anything because you're not lucky.
I'm so biased because I love Regieleki. I think this team is so beast. Like, it does have a pretty huge speed gap issue.
I don't really think I agree with that. Like, there's just an issue for like, I think I have an issue between like 120 and 122. So like, that's Gren, and I think that's it.
I
I
don't
think
know. I think that everything over 110 likes having the extra bulk, and that can like be enough to be like impactful.
mhm.
I mean, the Zarut fixes a lot of the speeders.
It does fix a lot.
Yeah,
Like
I
Zarud is
would
a
agree that
necessary
I would
evil.
agree that it would be absolutely like
Obviously, I have to
I shouldn't have said huge. It's like a notable issue. It would be huge if Zarud wasn't there to like Zarud is your glue.
Yeah.
If we're being honest.
Yeah, like my main issue with the team is like I would have liked Ogre on Teal, which was available before last week, and low kicks, but I didn't have the points. Like I really wanted Ogre on Teal plus low kicks over the Zarut, but that's like 12 points extra, which I
Yeah.
didn't have available.
Yeah, and I have used base Zarud before, and I think he is pretty decent. Like, as long as you're, of course, like, well aware of its weaknesses, I think you can definitely play around those weaknesses decently enough. And also, another thing that I like about this team is the size spam with Dio and Indeedee having such a fast top tier like team, especially with like Blaziken as well, with like psychic terrain support to stop any priority. It just shuts down one additional thing that could be used to like shut down the team. Because now you can't like count on your DOS or your Blaziken answers like being priority spammers, because Indeedee kind of shuts that down.
Yeah, like the whole idea behind the team is like you probably need to run Choice Scarf each week versus me, which probably it doesn't have a move to lock in versus Gliscor, Petra, and Napoleon, and the Noivern can just scout, which is a Choice Scarfer.
Yeah,
So the
for
thing
sure.
that-
Play around that.
The thing that I really love about this team is that it's such a prep forcer. You every single time you go against an opponent, they have to be like, okay, I need to have phasing for Blaziken. I need to be ready for choice specs, Dio speed with expanding force.
In psychic terrain,
And-
yeah.
I need to prepare to break Gliscor.
Gliscor, Pecharunt, and Polion.
Articuno.
Oh,
And Articuno, too.
My god.
dude, yeah, no, this is, and it's got Regieleki, the best Pokemon ever made. So like,
I'm so happy we have a fellow Reggie like you enjoy it.
I enjoy
this team is
Regieleki.
so-
He's objectively
it's so
not amazing,
shit.
but
It's so
he's
bad.
so fun. He's so good. He's my son.
I think Dreams'
love him.
team gets bodied by a well-played Mamoswine.
I mean, every team gets bodied by a well-played Mamoswine.
as a Mamoswine enjoyer, I definitely agree.
I'm so happy
I-
it's undrafted. Keep it that way, please.
You're gonna get frozen by him clicking freeze dry.
I got frozen by a
The
fucking
freaking
mess.
Mamoswine, bro.
Dude, imagine getting
Oh.
frozen by a cute guy with just a little steel axe on his head. That's a bummer.
Such a bullshit game, man. You'd be 0-2 without that freeze.
It should be 0-2, but that's fine.
Yeah, remember when I froze your Ogerpon Wellspring with my Terra Pillowswine
Yes.
clicking freeze dry? It didn't even kill. It did like 80%.
That was
Have you ever
tragic.
thought, Drees, that you're the problem?
I honestly, I think that not killing and then getting frozen hurts more than the one shot. Like by a
Oh,
lot.
for
I
sure,
think that's
for
like
sure.
excruciating.
freezes are awful. Like, I think I am bordering up on like 200 draft games and I haven't told a single time. When I get frozen, the Pokemon dies.
It's
Like,
funny.
if-
Not
if-
go
if-
out.
Freeze
If
for
get the
you
one
is
shot, you go like, damn, that was impressive. That was honestly kind of cool. But if you freeze, you're just like, oh, this fucking bitch. You know?
freeze for you,
It's more like-
Drees, is like non 100% accurate moves and multi-hit moves for me.
Now, the non-accurate moves also are the same as freezes. I hate both of them. Multi-hit moves
Oh.
are fine. I don't care about those.
I don't think I have ever hit a natural 5-hit without loaded dice. It's all
To be fair,
like
you
maybe
pissed
I've
me off
hit
as well, but you pissed me off with your heavy-duty boots skill shot Kieran. It's like, no, just run the dice.
true. Yeah. I did do
It
that,
annoys me
but
it annoys me so much.
oh wait, no. If you're talking about the Kirin Black season, that's because it
Or
was
it's like a sold vested, or it's like.
if you're talking about the Kirin Black season, loaded dice was banned on it, but on base
Oh,
Kirin,
yeah, okay.
but on base Kyurem, yes, that I can definitely agree. I mainly just ran Scale Shot to get the speed boost. Like, I didn't care about the damage.
Fair. Yeah, fair.
But yeah, anyways, I think that the team, it looks jank, but it actually works.
It works. It works.
It works.
I have
It works.
I have like one issue with this team, and it's that like this team doesn't look like without the Articuno already terra'd. I think it has a bit of issues taking like strong special dragon type moves.
For me,
like obviously Empoleon's there, but I feel like a Raging Bolt, for example, like
Score. Fine.
No, Spadef Gliscor is not a checked reason. You know this.
Dude, that's taking like 70 from just a max like special attack booster like Draco, bro.
Yeah, and then
I'm sorry, that-
then I'm at 50% and the Raging Bolt is not special attack anymore.
I
Life
don't
is
hear-
fine.
I don't have this conversation. I got PP's not my Gliscor, man.
Okay, but then I whip out the Chili Reception Galarian Slowking, and then I Weatherball you.
Yeah,
Yahtzee Berry.
I'm never getting Weatherballed again, mate. I got Weatherballed once. I'm never getting Weatherballed again.
I remember that video. I felt like the man like behind in the car yelling through the car door, "No, Dries, he has Weatherball! Don't leave your Gliscor in on the Landorus, Dries!" But I would say the biggest issue I have with the team is the fact that it's not like you do have some, but it kind of is lacking in immediate damage potential. Like a lot of your mons that are more offensive like to be setup sweepers. Like Dio needs the side terrain up to really do a lot of damage. Or like Nasty Plot, of course. Like you can run special like specs, but you're still not really threatening Okos as often unless you're clicking like side terrain boosted attacks. Patch and Gliscor, we already know those fuckers. Banded Blaziken is like a set, but it's not like the set. Same thing with like Banded on Zarude. Like besides those mons and like maybe I guess like specs Noivern can kind of do something sometimes. I think it's just like it's not that you don't have any, it's just there isn't one like, okay, this is going to be running Choice Band and it's going to be breaking shit. Like it's not like a Mamoswine, you get what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just not that huge on like
Like-
Choice Band, to be fair.
Yeah,
it
that
is
is
kind
true.
of funny that Empoleon is the Pokemon on your team with the highest special attack, and yet it will
Yeah.
not be doing an ounce of special sweeping. Probably.
Yeah.
I'm saying probably. I don't know, man.
I mean,
You
I
might
will
go crazy
say,
with it. You could do an agility set. You
I
could.
will say too, it is kind of funny that like Sticky Web is decent enough into Dries' team, and then Sticky Web gives you a +2 special attack on Empoleon. And then also Caps Lock just posted some calcs. Choice Specs Modest Draco Meteor on a Raging Bolt is a guaranteed KO after Stealth Rocks against Max Spadef Gliscor.
Nah.
Nah.
I'd win.
I'm dodging that Draco Meteor. It's fine. And
True,
then I'm
you're
just-
right. You're right, Dries. Not 100% accurate moves are my
Yo,
kryptonite.
caps
You
lock,
know
caps
this.
lock, caps lock. I'm just going to steal the Protect Substitute set that you brought versus the Calyrex Ice. We're fine. That Raging Bolt is gonna cry itself to sleep and it's at -6 special attack.
Oh man. Okay, but yes, time to move on a little bit. Where are we? Nope, not there.
One question: Did you already mention he doesn't have a fairy type?
I have
Oh, yeah.
Articuno!
I don't really
Did you already
care.
mention he does not have a fairy type? So those special Dracos that are coming into his team require Articuno to Terra.
Yeah, no, that's how I started. That's how I started the this segue actually.
Yeah, like
Is-
Empoleon is definitely like
Pre-Terra.
Empoleon is a decent enough dragon type switch in, I feel like, but that being your only dragon type switch in is definitely like I can definitely
It
understand
gets
it.
T-bolted into oblivion.
It
Yes,
puts a lot
but
of
that is
pressure.
but that's specifically into the Raging Bolt team. To be fair,
It puts a lot of
Dragon
pressure on the Empoleon to
And health
tank
gets
things
max
because
rolls, doesn't it,
it's also the
What'd you say?
team.
No,
Like,
we ran this calc.
Elliot?
it's the teams only get ice resist. I'm sorry, Blaziken is not a designated ice resist. It takes ice beam. And it's not switch again on it. It's also the team's only normal resist, which is like less of an issue, but that's just like, and then also the only rock resist, which is also less of an issue, but also, you know,
it is a thing. Yeah.
Empoleon is your only resist for 4 hold types. So
It's
having
gonna be-
having that be like,
And Empoleon we trust.
True.
hey, I'm not saying Empoleon can't get it done most of the time, but it's just having, like, the dragon is what's the issue, you know?
Yeah, and I do
Yeah.
kind of feel like as well, Petra and Gliscor 90% of the time can, like, they're basically a resist.
Yeah.
Like, maybe not specifically into Raging Bolt, but most other dragon types, I feel like you can get away with it.
We hate
It's
the Dragon
physical
Ball, to
dragon
be fair.
types they can get away with.
Yeah. I mean, special dragon types as well, like Empoleon helps. It's just the Dragon Bolt was really annoying for my team.
I do kind of think that it's right below Elliot in A tier, though. The team, personally.
I don't mind it. It's Dragon Bolt Corviknight.
It's mainly just because Elliot's team just, like, it has 2 mons that are shit, whereas the rest of
Whoa!
and the rest of the team is really, really good and synergizes well with each other. And then Dreez's team is basically a band of misfits.
I find it such an interesting thing that you mentioned that. I don't think my team looks weird. Like, I've had weirder looking teams.
I think I do
I
agree.
don't
It's
think
not
it's
your
that
weirdest
weird.
looking
I don't
team.
think it's that weird.
It to me at least it looks a little weird, but that's just
It's
me
a little
too.
strange, but it's not like in a bad way. It's just
Not a bunch of
These-
freaks.
my
Like-
my little ragtag group of freaks.
The ragtag group of freaks.
Interesting.
Like, I could
If
see
I
it
was
going
being
either
hon-
way, but I personally like Elliot's team a little bit better. But I am open to hearing input from the group.
I think Dreez's team is, if I'm being honest, I think it's better than mine.
I
Like,
think
coming from
that
me.
I think that this is a solid A tier team.
I think, yeah, it's very
I-
close on what you prefer, but I really like Dreez's team, and it's very threatening to prep for.
You know what? Fuck it. You convinced me, Elliot. You're going below Dreez.
That's fine. That's fine. I mean, it's a matter of opinion, but his team's nasty.
Yeah.
Just no
Team
fairy
is very
type.
nasty.
It can be nasty. I
It's no
have my
Mimikyu.
I have my I have my gripes, but it definitely can be pretty nasty.
I like my team.
And then next up we have Forza's team, which I really don't know what to think about this, if I'm going to be completely real. I know he made some changes, getting
I
Braviary,
like it more.
but
I like
Okay.
it more with the changes.
So wait, so is this the team with the changes or before?
Yeah.
this is the team with the changes, yes.
Okay. I don't know. This might just be me being like crazy, but is Braviary like an actual Pokemon? I don't know. I haven't
I
really
think
seen
it
this.
is.
Like,
I
I've
really
never
like Braviary.
I've never seen Braviary do anything. That's not like I think this guy sucks. I just have never seen Braviary like actually do something in a draft battle. I've never seen it show
I've
up.
seen Hisuian Braviary do really solid, but
Yeah,
like,
Hisuian
I like-
Braviary is like a real Pokemon, but
I like this one more than the Hisuian. It's easier to bring.
okay.
interesting. I mean, I can
Sheer Force Body Slam is stupid strong.
Oh, this thing gets body slam. Okay.
It's stupid strong with Sheer Force. Which is probably why he went for Terra Normal over the Terra Flying. Although I would have just gone Terra Flying Braver, to be honest.
honestly
But
could
this thing
genuinely
is
run just
really-
normal flying fighting. I could honestly just see that too.
Now the Electric is great as like a especially defensive bulk up sweeper. It's really good with Terra Electric. Like this Pokemon is difficult to take down.
And
It's
it gets
bulky
and
'cause
it gets
has
defog.
yeah, it has decent HP. I think it's like 100 HP. It's quite bulky. So like you invest in speed def, click bulk up because you're slow anyway. You don't really need speed. But you
Wow.
could run
Okay.
agility. I like this Pokemon a lot.
All right. You've sold me, Braviary. This is like a real guy. I thought
Yeah,
this was just like a. I thought this was just like a shitter defog user, you know?
He's basically my favorite shitty defog.
Okay, but the thing is that he can actually exist outside of using
Yeah,
defog,
exactly,
which
yeah.
is what you like.
Mhm.
Like he's threatening.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen like base bravery do like a shit ton. Like I think I played against it once and it didn't really do much, but I think that might have just been the
Basically
matchup
admitted
too.
that you basically admit that you don't watch my videos, which is painful. I drafted this thing like 3 or 4 times.
Wow.
I don't remember this, but maybe I just remember the other seasons outside of Braviary.
Yeah.
Because
Also,
I
this-
remember you
this
drafting Hisuian Bravery and that sold me on that thing, but
This team
He
is
got
so
frozen, but didn't
obnoxious with status moves. This team is so obnoxious with status moves.
I definitely can agree to that, especially since like Rachi is a really, really good Thunderwave like spreader. I do think that
For me, this team is just way too slow for my liking.
it's
Yeah.
weird. It's weird because I agree, while at the same time, like 6 of his mons are base 100 and above. It's just he has no like big speed tier.
Yeah, but
Actually,
I mean,
Steve,
it's-
that's 5.
Wait, okay, I can't count. I'm an American. Okay.
But like his fastest one being Iron Valiant, which just gets outsped by base 120. Like, I know my team is stupid, but I have 3 Pokemon that just outspeed his entire team.
Honestly, that's probably why he doesn't have a speedster. There's probably nothing left.
There's Weavile. Weavile's right there. It's
Weavile
right
would
there.
be so good on this team.
Unironically, I
Weavile would
agree.
be
Weavile
so
would be
good on
super
this
good
team.
on this team.
The Cinderace
just
would
has to
drop
hit.
as well. The Cinderace is also really good on this team.
What would you get rid of for Weavile though? Ogerpone?
No, I hadn't.
He just picked it up. The
Yeah, I
Grafire
just picked
Club.
him up, dude. I just had him pick up the Ogerpon. But like, to me, this team plays slow as well. Vaporeon, Moltres, Alolan, Muk, like, these battles are going to be slow.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
definitely
rich coming
agree.
from me with Glass Carpetuans. But like, these battles are going to be slow.
I'm just like, I feel like you could definitely make it work. Like, get a cheaper bulky water than Vaporeon, and then trade out like Alola Muck and Morpeko. And I think you might be able to scrounge around for enough for a Weavile, but it would be tough. Like, you'd be picking up like 2 shitters on top of it. But that's just me too.
I think. Like,
How many points is Vaporeon?
10.
Does he have 11 mons?
Yeah, he does. So he could just drop Vaporeon and Hitmontop, and then he has already enough for the Weavile. Doesn't have
Yeah.
a water type.
I was gonna-
Okay, but then it's only
Lantern's available for 4.
Actually, no, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Bro only
Or-
has 2 transactions anymore either, so like it's not really that.
Well,
important.
no. If he drops 3, picks up 2, it works out.
True. I think that's how we have
Yeah.
it work, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Uh,
think just like we knew the draft order like a day before everyone else, so like
Mhm.
I knew I had second pick, so I knew I had a really good chance at Iron Valiant, and I was looking at like what would I want with Iron Valiant, and I would have taken Garchomp, but I would have taken Heatran over the Jirachi, and I feel like this team with Heatran would have been so much better, to be honest.
I can understand it.
Was
for
that
sure.
I don't like Heatran as a Pokemon. Just, I don't like it.
Interesting.
Yeah, so Caps Lock is saying that Morpeko's ideally the best matchup should be versus Goldango, but it doesn't even do anything, and I kind of agree. Morpeko's just kind of like a filler Pokemon. It is here to just kind of literally only use Rapid Spin and Volt Switch.
Did you have Golden Go in last NetX, Kenny?
What's up?
Did you have the Golden Go last NetX season?
Hold
Because I had the Morpeko and I
Hold
brought it versus Golden Go, but I don't know if it was you or it was somebody else.
on, let me double check.
Was that when I told you to pick up more Peko and then you actually
No,
liked
I
it?
didn't. I didn't. Wait.
Like the Morpeko, I only picked up because.
Oh
it
yeah,
was
no, I
using
had
a
Goldango.
Valiant.
No, I had Goldango. I had
Yeah,
Goldango.
the
last season.
Morpeko was good versus you.
I got it mixed up with season 5, and I couldn't find it.
That's
To be
pretty
fair, I
funny.
only picked up the Morpeko because Elliot was like pick more Pekko, and I'm like, sure, I don't care. But it actually was decent. He actually convinced me of the Morpeko.
I had that effect on you, Drees. Iron Moth will change in your mind. Just
No.
you wait.
It's
No.
okay. My Goldengo will just use low kick on your Morpeko, trust.
Very true.
It definitely did not.
Also, like, what are the bravery and Miss Magius Terror types? I think we said bravery was normal electric fighting, right?
Yeah, and Miss Magus has poison steel, poison fairy and ghost.
Poison fairy ghost. Okay, that checks. That checks. I do think that poison isn't exactly like the best for Miss Mag personally.
I just don't understand
It's the
poison.
levitate. It's the levitate type.
But it's just like
I feel like steel would be better at that, no?
Yeah, I
Especially
would
since you
just
don't want to
be-
be bringing your fighting type in against a potential non-Terra Miss Mag, right?
But like, I guess let you force the psychic type, and you're a Miss Magius anyway. So like, you don't really care about psychic types.
I guess I can understand it. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just like I feel like steel would be better.
I'm just not that big on running like electric, steel, or poison on levitator.
I think electric would specifically be good on Miss Magius because then you'd get nasty plot. You have nasty plot, and then you have thunderbolt. You could get some like nasty like stab thunderbolts going on, but like obviously you'll already have electric on the birds. So.
Braviary.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And Patty mentioned that too in the chat as well, that electric is good on both, so it's kind of tough to pick between the two. Overall, I think the team is objectively pretty solid on paper. It's like slow, like you were saying, Drees. Like it definitely will take a lot to like get going, I feel like. But I do think that if Forza plays his cards right, like Garchomp could be a pretty big offensive menace. Same thing with like Ogerpon and like an Iron Valiant. I do think that those things are fine boosting their speed. Maybe not exactly with a booster speed too much on Valiant, because I don't think that that's the best Iron Valiant set. It can be brought a few times, but I don't think it's the best one. Whereas like Trailblaze on Ogerpon is viable. I feel like Agility even on Braviary I think is fine. Like in certain set matchups, I think it's okay.
I think you could get away with doing that. I think you can get away with doing like an agility life orb set, and you're like Terra normal, and you just spam body slam. Yeah.
Yep. I think that's valid. There's definitely ways to circumvent all these weaknesses. Even Moltres can be ran offensively depending on the week. It's not the best set. Like you like running the defensive Moltres a lot more, but I do think that offensively it can do something. Hell, even Vaporeon, who is like a fucking like stall menace, like you still get acid armor Calm Mind. Like you can be like you can be baby fucking whatever it's called, Manaphy. with Calm Mind acid armor if you really want to. You can even do like especially since like you get free switch-ins on like any water types with that, with healing and stuff. It even gives you wish support if you really want to for like potential like banded Garchomp or something. Like the wish support for this team is pretty solid. Even helps out with like Curse Muck, for example. Like just like simply speaking, like about the offensive pieces, like and ignoring like the defensive potential of these mons. There's lots of things that you can do with like the weird off-kilter sets to make the team a little bit more offensive.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. It's just like it's going to be hard to win with this team, rather than like it's easier not to lose than it is easier to win, and I kind of prefer easy to win rather than easy to not lose.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of really close matches with this team, I feel like. It's not going to be like how your team is, where it's like Blaziken gets like a free turn or two and then you just automatically win. Like, it's going to be like kind of long, drawn out. You're going to have a lot of like 2-0, 1-0, maybe even like at most like 3-0 wins, but I don't see this team getting 4, 5, or hell, even like 6-0 dubs, unless like someone hard ignores like Ogerpon for like 4 turns, or Garchomp for 3, or Valiant for like 4 turns, whatever. Like if someone is playing competently, it's going to be a lot of close matches.
Or he just brings Scarf Jirachi like Siren had 350 times.
True. That is also true. And also Patty mentions like the previous Terra caps. Yes, Elliot.
No. It's fine. What I was gonna say is aesthetically on paper, the typings of this team look very pleasing.
I agree.
Like if you look at it, it is a very well-rounded team. But when you look at the roles, it's like I don't think there's anything that immediately breaks outside Iron Valiant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Two,
I
his bulk
agree.
is middling. His bulk is middling, right? Like it's Vaporeon, Moltres, Alola Muck. Like the only thing that's taken physical hits there is going to be the Moltres, right? Did he keep Avalog or did it go before I keep
Avalog-
waffling?
Avalog
He
left.
dropped his-
Okay, so all his physical bulk is gone unless you're going to bring defensive Garchomp, but then one of your pseudo breakers is gone, right? It's like
yeah.
I think this team gets clapped by physical moves.
Also, the highest special attack on the team is Moltres, which you're never running specially offensively, like ever, because you're now forced to run it in like Fizz Def.
Yeah, I do think that something to note about like physical attackers. I do think that the way that Forza can play this to like make the matchup a little bit better into those mons, like Vaporeon has Scald, like you can get burns off with that thing. Moltres, because you're spamming physical moves very often, like half, let's just say, physical moves are contact. You bring Moltres in, you potentially get a Flame Body proc, and once like a main like physical breaker gets burned, I feel like that really opens up the team to do what it wants to do. You just kind of have to like play around those things. Like I think that objectively there are those weaknesses like you mentioned, but there's definitely counterplay that Forza can do.
Also,
I will
Caps...
say.
no, you're
No,
good.
no, Penny, please. I don't know.
I wanted to say that Caps said that Electric sucks on Levitate mons like Terra Electric, and while I normally agree that Terra Electric specifically isn't very good on Miss Magius, it's more so that it's like for an offensive reason, less so defensive. Like obviously, it does now become immune. It becomes a Pokemon with no weaknesses, but I like it for the offensive presence that it brings, because this team's Electric type is showing up to maybe 1 or 2 games tops. You know,
Yeah.
like Morpeko is not an offensive presence as an Electric type, where I feel like Miss Magius could really fulfill that role as an offensive Electric type for your team.
Yes. But with that being said, now where do we think that this team deserves to be ranked?
It kind of depends on what you want. Like, I tier this
Mm-hmm.
as a C tier team without the transactions.
I agree.
I do think the transactions make it better. So like, I could see low B tier.
So
I
we
think that
thinking
this
like
is
here.
I think that this is. Oh wait, hold on. We gotta wait for your stream to catch up, big dog.
Oh,
Oh wait,
yeah.
I'm behind. That's me. I don't know why this isn't playing for some reason. Yo, my browser's tweaking.
Come on.
I think we can put it in B.
Yeah,
Low
I think
B
this is
what I was
fine.
thinking.
I do. It's funny.
And if we have a lot of overflow in B, we can throw them down in C.
Yeah, I do find it funny. On paper, I kind of like Hisuian Avalug and Arboliva better as Terra Captain, just in a vacuum, than like. I don't even like. I don't have enough experience with Braviary, but like Miss Magius, I like both those guys better than Miss Mag with Terra. But on Forza's team specifically, I think the transactions did definitely help the team as much as I love Arboliva and Hisui and Avalug as Terra captains. That's just something that I just wanted to mention just to yap a little bit further.
God, imagine yapping on your own broadcast.
Imagine.
Could never
Kind of
be B.
embarrassing.
And now let's move on to Michael's team.
The
What are
Spectre
thoughts?
team.
Yes, it is the Spectrier team. Oh, these speed tiers.
I should pull up the stream because like I don't have.
Okay,
access to the
so
speed tiers.
109
Yeah, I'm not even
to
looking at
80,
the teams.
Oh,
109 to 85
here, one
is
sec.
a pretty bad speed gap.
Let
80
me
to
help you
60
guys
is a
out.
pretty bad speed gap.
Thank you so much.
Here you go, Elliot, and I'll send this to you as well, Drees. It's the thing that I'm on right now. 1 second. You can tell I'm a professional.
When
You
you're just
are.
live-
Trees and I are just waffling. We're just looking at the teams and just making comments.
Yeah. Just
Here.
I just assumed both of you guys were on the like.
Watching the stream like Kenny has been.
Well, I have the
No,
doc
it's
open
fine.
myself, but
I
No,
need
my
access,
team was
Steve,
from
because-
memory.
Steve, we need access. Like, can you just share your
Yeah.
screen?
You don't have
can you just share your
access?
screen on-
No.
How do you not have
Can you just-
access?
just
can
share
you
it on
just share your
Discord.
screen on Discord? Yeah.
Man. Oh yeah, I forget that I have an actual computer now and it's not my laptop that'll be absolutely cooked if I try to stream while streaming on Discord.
Oh,
There.
that's what you guys are looking at. That's awesome.
Yes, this is what we've been looking at.
Wow, that's really cool.
But yeah, so this is the team that we're looking at. It's a grassy terrain team, which is interesting. Like the grassy terrain Halucha, you know, it's a tried and true
You
Rillaboom.
can never go wrong.
Yeah, you can't really go too wrong with it. And I do think that grassy terrain with like Spectrier and like even stuff like maybe not Clodsire as much. Like the healing is nice, but having to run like high horsepower instead of Earthquake definitely isn't the most fun ever. Also helping with Hatcherin as well. Like grassy terrain really helps this team. And because like Caps mentioned this in the chat as well, Grassy Seed spec definitely can do something with like Calm Mind. Like now you're not going to be able to threaten it as much with like your knockoffs, for example, knocking off your leftovers, and you're still getting the grassy terrain like healing from it that you basically have.
So you essentially
leftovers?
have leftovers and grassy seed.
Exactly.
in one.
And you also lose like your big weakness to knockoff. Like I think that grassy terrain with Spectrier is going to be a huge threat. And
Yeah.
and I also think that Hatcherin is kind of in that same boat as well. Maybe not so much with like knockoff exactly, but like getting a defense boost to be able to set up Calm Minds easier while not
That
missing
stored
your
power
leftovers.
sweep.
Yeah, for the stored power sweep.
Like you still have the grassy terrain up.
And then like once you get 2 Calm Minds up, you don't, and your grassy terrain is gone. Now you're clicking Draining Kiss for your healing. Like you're completely fine with that. Like grassy terrain really helps this team.
Yeah, like Paddy and I, when we did our PRs, we just said like, this isn't a Spectre team. This is like a grassy terrain team with Spectre rather than a Spectre team.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's when Spectrier teams really shine. If a Spectrier is a team's primary threat, I feel like it's a little bit too counterable. So I feel like the team kind of falls flat because, oh yeah, I have my fat normal type now. What are you gonna do?
And
If you don't already have like a nasty plot up and you're spamming Draining Kiss, like I don't know, man. He just kind of falls flat as a Pokemon. You're not using Double Kick.
For sure. And I do also think that it's also pretty interesting as well. Both dark and normal types that want to be brought to the Spectrier matchup get absolutely shat on by the Halucha. Like, which is an equal part, like, sweeping threat on the grassy terrain team. Like, I think having it so that, like, Spectrier can, like, kind of come in and do its thing a little bit, like, in the early game, or even the late game, and then, like, swap with Halucha, like, on a dime to, like, take care of those things, like, in the moment. I also think that even without Grassy Seed, you can afford to run, like, choice specs on the week that Halucha is going to be coming. To like break the normal and dark type, because then Spectrier can just like be free to click his moves as he pleases, because then he can swap out into the Halucha at some point. But that's just me.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair. I assume you're going down the list, right? So I don't see how Walking Wake fits into this team at all. It's just kind of there.
I agree.
Walking Wake is just a Pokemon that's kind of here. I feel like if it's not here though, the speed gap becomes a lot worse.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe getting rid of Walking Wake and finding. I honestly feel like Mag Mortar and Clefairy. I almost said like Clefable and Clefairy, but like mixing them together. I think Clefairy, Mag Mortar, and Walking Wake kind of just do nothing for your team. I feel like they are just kind of empty space. Clefairy doesn't really do much when Hatterene is just an exceptionally better fairy type. Mag Mortar, I just don't respect this Pokemon. It's kind of a fake Pokemon. Like, it has good stats, and you think it would do good, but it's just really not that good.
Yeah.
A different fire type would be so much better. If the Walking Wake, I just saw Cap say if the Walking Wake was a Keldeo, I think that would be I do think that having 2 fighting types isn't great.
I think it's
But
fine with the Spectrier
I
team.
think it's fine if you have
I don't know.
Spectrier.
I like Walking Wake a lot more than I like Keldeo.
Yeah.
Like
I
I
think
don't really
like,
see why people dislike Walking Wake so much. Like, and Sonnet's obviously better, but it's still 125 special attack. And sure, your Hydro's team isn't that good anymore. You still have Scald, you still have Hydro's Bomb, I think. You still have Surf anyway. So, like, it doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah, and it's going to be a Draco spammer at the end of the day. Like, you're going to be
And
clicking
also-
Dracos.
Gets flipped
And
turn,
also-
gets Scald, gets knockoff. Like, I like this Pokemon.
Yeah, I
While
agree.
grassy terrain helps Magnezone, I do also think that Magnezone is not a good fit on this team.
I think it's
No, I disagree.
I think it's fine.
I like Magnezone.
I
don't
also-
like
What's
Magnezone.
interesting to me is that the Magnezone isn't his Steel Terra type. Like, he Terras his Steel type out of his Steel typing. It's
Yeah,
interesting.
I think having the Steel Terra type would be a bit better because then you could throw Electric on Mag Mortar.
Yes.
And then also on top of that too, I do think Magnezone is pretty decent on this team specifically, just because because you're going to have to respect the grassy terrain. You're actually going to be able to live a good amount of earthquakes even before you Terra, like unless of course it's a banded hit or whatever. But you're still going to be living a lot of ground type moves if you just so happen to get a predict switch wrong. And then if your opponent is respecting the grassy terrain, which they should, now they're running high horsepower, which is slightly weaker and has a chance to miss. So it forces prep a lot more for this, because it's not like you just can't bring your ground into this potential matchup. You kind of still need to for the Magnezone and also for the Clodsire. And just this team in general, I feel is fairly weak to ground. It's just a neutral hit, Mandibuzz and Hawlucha being your best options, besides Rillaboom, of course, because for the sake of this argument, I'm ignoring Rillaboom for the moment. I do think
It's
that
basically the entire team, though.
yes,
This is the corner piece of the team. I wouldn't ignore it.
yes, that's just kind of what I'm trying to say. Is without Rillaboom here, the team would be significantly worse. I think we've already talked about that enough.
I don't really like Magnezone because I feel like this team would like it if the electric Pokemon and the steel Pokemon were different type, different Pokemon.
Mhm.
I think that having a steel type and having an electric type uniquely different on this team would be better in my personal opinion.
Which is why the Terra Electric.
Because
combine
this team
is
only
so
has
good.
one flying resist.
Yeah.
This team
That's another
this team
thing,
is
yeah.
getting this team is getting flying moves spammed into it like crazy.
Yeah, and that one mon that it resists is a Terra Captain, so it might not even stay a resist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably what are its types?
While you're looking at that, don't
Okay,
forget
so
about
it actually-
Ice Beam
but-
is getting spammed.
It might also tear into a flying weakness actually.
Because fighting.
Yeah, because of fighting. So
I
that's
think
why
his
I
Terra
was.
types are really interesting.
Mhm.
Like,
I
all
don't
of
think
them.
that the Terra types are bad. Actually, I don't understand
I-
Poison Magnezone. I don't
I
understand
think
that
most
one.
of them are a bit weird. Like, I really like Terra Ground on Magnezone. I also kind of like Terra Ice on Magnezone, and both of those are on Magmortar. And on
Yeah, that's
Magmortar,
weird.
I would really like Terra Electric, which is on Magnezone, or I would like Terra Fairy, which is on Clefairy.
Yeah.
I think that if Clefairy, I don't really think every team needs 3 Terra type or 3 Terra captains.
I think this
Because
is
as
one of
you're
the few
seeing
teams
here,
that does have 3. I think most of the other teams only have 2.
I don't
yeah,
know
there's
who it
only
was who
one
said
other
it, like-
team that has, or there's only 2 other teams that have 3 Terra types.
Yeah,
Um,
Yuki does. I fought them last
Or
week.
3 Terra caps. I keep saying that. I think that if
Quite
Clefairy was just literally any other Pokemon, this would be so much better.
I think it was Patty who said it in my PRs, but like the Clefairy doesn't even need to Terra. Like you could
It
just
doesn't.
run Magnezone and Magmortar and keep a Terra point over, which would free up the Terra Water and the Terra Fairy, which in my opinion are kind of valuable.
I
And
definitely
the Terra
agree.
Steel, which is very valuable.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like I would just
Yeah.
redistribute these Terra types.
Yeah.
I would get rid of Clefairy. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe some like shitter normal type. Just
Or
so
keep
it can,
Clefairy
like-
and just not Terra. It's like
I don't know. Because I feel like
Yeah, like
I
personally,
feel like this team struggles with Dragapult a lot.
a lot of teams do that, but yes, I do see what you mean. Mandibuzz be
But like this
Mandibuzz
one especially so because
yeah.
if you're unaware Clodsire, he could just spam Draco into you and not care about the drops.
Mandibus kind of destroys Dragapult,
But Dragapult gets Thunderbolt.
which does like 40% to a Mandibus.
Mandibuzz is
I
very,
think-
very bulky.
Okay. The thing is that it doesn't just like obviously after a special attack drop it switches in for free, but you have to like at least think when switching in your Mandibuzz. It's not just, oh, I will switch in my Mandibuzz every time because it can get Dracoed. It can get Thunderbolted. Like it has like a way around the Mandibuzz.
Mhm.
It has like play around it. It's not just Mandibuzz shits on me unconditionally.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that. I do think that the biggest thing with this team, is just like redistributing the Terra types and then not making Clefairy a Terra captain. Like I can see you keeping Clefairy on the team for just like general
If
being
it's
a
your like
cleric.
mascot,
Yeah,
Yeah.
or for a mascot pick, I can definitely understand it, but like definitely not make it a Terra Cap, so then you can redistribute the Fairy, Steel, and Water typings to Magnezone and Magmortar. That's probably the simplest way of making the team better. I do think that there are other things that you could do, like you could, of course, like switch out the Terra Captains, because I do think that they have their issues. But like it's mainly just with these guys. I think from Rillaboom and up, I think the team is pretty solid. Like I'm a
Yeah.
fan of Walking Wake. I do think that it's a little weird on this team, but I think it's fine. Everything else I think is really solid. Caps mentioned that the bulk is a little passive, and while I do agree, I do also feel like Mandibuzz being able to knock off U-turn, it does add a lot to the team, utility wise to the team. And Clodsire being able to set hazards and the like, I do think it like the bulk can definitely do other things outside of it. Not every wall has to like be a setup sweeper like Hatron is. I think there are ways that they can force progress. Sure, taunt against the Clodsire can kind of shut it down. Same sort of deal with Mandibuzz sometimes, but then like Mandibuzz can still click knock and U-turn. Like there are ways to play around it.
both Mandibuzz and Claude also get toxic, so that's annoying.
That is also annoying too.
Ooh.
You now have Elliot's attention.
Yeah. I think this is an S tier team. Regardless of all the other comments, toxic is obviously the best way to win games.
I agree.
Very real.
I
With my
think
friends.
one thing as well that you mentioned to fix up this team is like making one of your Terra caps split the 19 to 85 speed cap.
Mhm.
Because that speed gap's still there. So anything that's based on 100 is running Amit into this team, which is
Yeah.
a lot.
I definitely agree. Like the 100 speed gap is the like the 100 speed tier, being able to run adamant and modest is definitely really scary, especially considering like that houses a lot of really strong threats. So definitely agree with Elliot on that one. Where do we think this team should go though? Are we thinking
Um,
I think
like more
it's
I think
like
this is. I think that this is a good A tier. I think.
I would have said it's on par with yours, Steve. I think it's worse than Elliot's.
bottom of A, top of
I would
B?
I wouldn't even
be.
mind below you. I like yours more, but like I'm not
Okay.
I'm not
I
objective
can.
about
I'd
your
put
team.
it.
Elliot, you're
I would
breaking
put this
up a
as
Yeah.
a B
lot.
tier team.
I think that this can go B. I think it could go B. I do. I did say A, but I can also see
I
it
think
in
you should
B.
be an S.
I don't
Are
mind S tier either
Yeah.
because bro dropped the Blaziken and the Noivern for me.
true,
So,
he
like,
did do that.
I like.
Do we think so? Are we thinking like my team just above or his team? I don't really
I
care.
think we kind of compromise on him being above you since Kenny wants him in A.
Sure,
So like,
sure. That works for me. All right.
you're not the king of mid anymore.
No, I'm
You're
I
the
think
king
not.
of
that.
mid.
I think that despite
Wow.
this team's glaring issues, its Pokemon are just hit too big and too strong. To like, you kind of have to respect it, you know.
For sure.
Like even though
Uh,
there are big
Um,
gaps in the team,
Agreed.
you still have Hawlucha, you still have Spectrier, and even though I think Walking Wake is just like a weird fit in a lot of teams. It's still a Walking Wake that thing can still spam like specs, dragon moves,
I
and
definitely
literally
agree.
anything else. So
Yeah.
That's a Pokemon my Gliscor will not take.
True, very true. All
Mhm.
right, I'm gonna be putting you guys on Meep's team for right now, so you guys can yap about his team while I go use the bathroom again. I'll be back.
dude, nothing beats a well played bear tick. Let's just say that.
It's a lot of path
Yo,
breaks,
like
Steve.
last season, the Beartickle got like
Yeah.
top 10 kill leaders. It was really good last season.
I think that this team is
It's stupid
underrated.
good.
It's some heat.
I don't think it's underrated. I think it's really good.
No, but okay, what I mean by that is like at a first glance, like it doesn't
The
have
speed tier.
yeah, the speed tiers like it looks pretty bad at first. Like honestly, but I think that
yeah,
if
bro
you
dropped a Cinderace. Yeah, okay, sure.
I think that it looks pretty bad at first, but I still think it gets a lot done.
Yeah.
He had
Um,
Cinderace before. That kind of fixed the speed tiers a bit.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Cinderace would fix a lot. Um,
I would have preferred Cinder.
Oh, yeah, the
what did
speed
it?
tiers
What
are
did he
really
drop for
weird.
it? Kilowatt rule? Like,
Nah, he picked up Sylveon and Chesnaught
He
for
dropped-
Bulgos and Cinderace.
I would have.
Kept Cinderace.
Cinder, yeah.
But he didn't like it.
I will
He said he
say
didn't see
I
himself
would have
winning
kept
it.
Cinder. Like,
Yeah, me too.
I don't really know how I feel about Scizor being the only removal when it doesn't have Roost anymore. I feel like it's fallen off pretty hard in Scarlet Violet, but I also haven't played like with or against Scizor
be
enough
fair-
in Paldex to like really know if it's a big deal or not, you know?
I'm starting to see where you're coming from, because like, I still look at this team with Cinderace, which is also removal. Like, the Cinderace was really good on this team. Without it, I kind of see why you would say it's
Yeah.
underrated. It's not as good anymore.
Like Scizor, like it's not a bad Pokemon. It just really feels not. It just really hurts from not having Roost. It's so bad for it because
Yeah.
it used to be able to like actually
Yeah,
tank moves and like be a like in the wall setting while also possibly being a wall that sets up sword stances, and then it can alleviate the pressure being put on it by roosting. But now it just can't do that. It's now either you are banded and you might have defog on your band set if you're like on that crazy shit, which I respect. I respect it. I think it's absolutely viable. It's like a banned Fairthorn having spikes kind of thing. But like it's you can't be defensive and setup now.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah.
no.
Unless
It's a terrible defensive wall now.
And like you
I
have
mean,
other
like,
guys that you have other guys
he
that
does
are
have
good
wish. He
defensive
does have
walls.
wish support from the Silvio now, so like it kind of helps him that way. Like his
I
bulk
think
is obnoxious. Like the
Yeah.
Silvio with Ting Lu and Maka,
Yeah.
it's really annoying.
This team is fat. It's like crazy.
All right.
Because then
I
they-
am back.
Yeah, but
Just
it-
give me
Welcome
one
back.
sec. I am going
We-
to reset more music on for everyone.
autumn Pokemon music, but it's a beautiful day to
Mm.
study. Oh shit, you fucking changed it too quick.
Yep.
I'm making fun of you.
There we go. Okay.
So you would agree
He's
that
asking to get
nothing
hazard
is.
stacked.
Yeah, he's absolutely begging to get hazard stacked.
He's
Ooh,
asking to
please,
get hazard. He has Pallet and Kirim and
please.
Pillow.
Yeah.
I
Like,
hope
he's
he doesn't
like,
play.
he's
Please set up
genuinely
Stealth
Paladin.
Rock. Please set up Stealth Rock on my 3 Stealth Rock weak Pokemon that all don't want to run boots. Please.
Yo, I really hope Meep doesn't play Paddy and his Golden Go, because Golden Go rips this team a new one.
Yeah, it's. I also think that a big issue with this team is like, bro, why do you have a speed gap of 125 to 100?
Dude.
The Cinderace was really good on this team.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, look at it.
Yeah.
They'll let you undo it. Come on. They're giving you a free one.
Yeah, he cheated already with his
No,
thing.
no,
He
no,
cheat to get
no.
into Cinderace.
I'm just like, I'm looking at this team and it still has like threatening pieces. Like Palafin Kirim is definitely really strong offensively, especially, and then like Specs Kilo can definitely do work. And you guys already mentioned like Scizor can be a potential like offensive threat, but like without the speed, like anything like that's faster actually no, I don't even respect Palafin's speed tier half the time because like
Yeah, because that thing's spamming Jet Punch.
it's spamming Jet
like,
Punch
I
and
only
90% of the time it's adamant. So like you're
I
speed
only
creeping
respect the
Kyurem.
Palafin. I only respect the Palafin speed tier when you are fighting the Kyurem, because that's a Pokemon you need to outspeed. But like on the same
Yeah.
team, you don't need to. Yeah.
Yeah, and even then, depending on the matchup, like if Kyurem isn't particularly like threatening to a certain Mon, granted it's always like at least somewhat threatening, but if like you're more so worried about like Scarf Kyurem and you're like, I don't care if it outspeeds me because I think it's gonna be Scarf anyways, then like you're speed creeping Scizor. Like everything is going to be running like plus attack and special attack natures. Like
Yeah.
and I think the bulk
will
is
say-
good, but it undercuts the bulk. Like
Scizor being your third fastest or your fourth fastest Pokemon is an issue.
yes,
That's
Also
not a
fake
good
speed.
thing.
Yeah. I mean, I will say though, like, I get why he made his Cinderace transaction, because he really didn't like bringing it, and it's just a waste of 16 or 17 points if you can't ever see yourself bring it.
hmm
I like this team. I mean, it's Palafin, Kyurem, Kilobird, and 3 bulky Pokemon. It's a good team. It's just like on paper, it has a lot of holes right now.
yeah, it has
Yeah,
a
it has
lot
a lot
of,
of
holes.
issues. So you only have one flying resist, and it is Kilowattrel.
Man,
Uh,
you love
that is
pointing
not
out
a flying
flying weaknesses.
Dude, I see the numbers on my screen, and flying. Look, there's only one flying resist on that whole team.
Oh,
Technically,
Kenny's
there's
just
also
Rain Man
only
for
one
flying
weakness.
types. My god.
Dude,
true. He's fiending.
I'm fiending. What can I say? But like,
This team gets destroyed by the Braviary.
yeah,
That is
the
true.
Braviary in question, bro. The agility Braviary in question.
Yeah,
Terra Electric to the Kilobird cries himself to sleep.
yeah, Terra Electric, and then also with like, of course, you're running bulk up agility. Like now you're not afraid of
yeah.
Palafin. Now you're not afraid of
I just-
Palafin.
I just Terra normal here, so you're not weak to Tinglu Earthquake. Then you just spam Body Slam until Scizor
the
switches
bulk
in,
of
then you
weakness
Brave
policy.
Bird it.
Bulk of weakness.
Dude, there's like 4 cents you could run.
True.
Dude,
Bulk up weakness policy. Yeah,
alright.
Only to get roared or whirlwind. Yeah.
true.
Only to immediately get whirlwinded by Tinglu.
Trust
That's just
me.
what will happen.
Trust me, speaking from experience, Meep does not bring Whirlwind. You'll find out soon enough.
Alright, well now that you said that, he's gonna bring Whirlwind, so you just jinxed it.
One, as Dua Lipa would say, one taunt is all it takes.
True. One taunt.
What a diva. What a diva.
I'm just like, I think the team objectively on paper is worse than how it was before, but I can see the vision. I can see what he's trying to do. It's just I had so much more issue prepping for his team when he had Cinderace versus now. I feel like his team has a lot more exploitable weaknesses now.
I just wish you could put the toothpaste back in the tube. I wish you could put the toothpaste back in the tube, bro.
I think he went the other way around, because like Steve, I get what you mean, that the team was way more threatening before, but I think now Meep feels more comfortable with his team.
That is true.
He has more faith in Chestnut and Sylveon in specific matchups than he has in like Cinderace and Gogoat.
Yeah, I can
Like,
understand that.
If I agree with, like, I like Cinderace.
Gogoat's kind of different, bro. You get healing unbothered by weather. You get milk drink. He drinks milk. Milk's the best. Come on, guys.
He does like his milk.
That's the best. That's
One
the best
trade I would
Pokemon
make is dropping Chestnut for Brambleghast, and then at least you have another hazard setter.
No.
And removal. And removal.
You,
know what
also
I mean?
get
Like,
another
if we're
Mon
really-
around the 90 speed tier.
This guy, he also doesn't have a ghost type yet. So I think this is a good idea.
And like, I would have probably kept Ogerpon Hearthflame over Cinderace if I'm being honest, to fill that gap, and then find hazard removal within the 5 transactions. Like, looking back on it.
Yeah, I can understand that. But honestly, even with Bramble, even with Bramble, it gives him Rapid Spin. It gives him Rapid Spin.
And Spikes.
Yeah, Rapid Spin Spikes. Like, it does patch up a few holes.
But it's like, just keep the Cinderace then.
I definitely agree. I definitely agree.
We can't do that
We
now,
can't-
Bruce.
we-
Now, Candy.
We can't do that now, can we?
We can't unfuck the peanut butter jar. Come on
I
now.
mean, Meep already established he's willing to cheat, so like, who cares?
True.
Just lower Cinderace to 1 point.
Well,
Real.
My favorite one pointer. Yo, can you do that? Can you do that in that decks too?
Annoying Cologne getting dropped immediately for the Cinderace.
True. All right.
No, I would never. No.
Bro gonna protect Liberia for the Spectre.
So what
Is
are we
this our
thinking?
Is this our first C tier, guys?
I think so.
I think it is. Yeah.
No.
I think it's C.
I
This
think
team
low
is
B
not-
to C.
It's C but S if the bear tick is well played.
True.
I think I had an S tier in my power rankings with the Cinderace. There's no way it drops 3 whole tiers without Cinderace.
You
I
had an
think it
A,
does.
boss.
Best of 8 then, I guess.
I think now, if you really want to put it in B, you totally
like
can.
this-
But I think it's at the bottom of B.
I think it's better than Forces.
I disagree.
Put Forza's
disagree.
team back up on there real quick.
Yeah, one
Forza
sec.
has Kira. Forza has Valiant Guardian. This team has Kieran Palafin. I'm way more scared of Kieran Palafin.
I mean, like, I get that, but at the same time, I feel like
more scared of
Meep's
Valiant,
other
just-
holes are
But
just
also
way more.
Braviary.
Yeah, I also feel like just like the holes in Meep's team are way more exploitable than Forza's. Like, sure, he may have the better top 2, but like Forza's team overall, I feel like will be better in a general matchup. Whereas Meep's team, it's like if you can break his defense, then you're going to beat his team. Like that's what it's going to be. It's going to be, can Meep's defense last up long enough for his 2 offensive pieces to break you before he can just like outlast you? Whereas Forza's, I feel like he has other options like to go with. I feel like the Bravery is much better than the Kilowattrel and the Bear Tick.
No.
I think so.
No.
As someone who played it, as someone with the
Can you
Raging Bolt,
justify?
as someone with the Raging Bolt team against the Terra Fairy Kilowattrel, yes.
I mean, you heavy slam that and it dies.
Not even. I clicked Hyper Voice.
Like, Kilo Bird with Terra Fairy is not a Raging Ball dancer. Come
Wait,
on.
you used. Oh my god!
punch-
Wait. That's
My
that
point-
tech that I was thinking about, that I told you
My-
about, wasn't it, Steve?
What was
Like
it?
hyper voice on something.
Maybe I don't remember.
Like,
It
it
was
was
Calm
for- it
Mind
was for
Hyper
me.
Voice.
It was for like something that I was facing with Raging Bolt.
Oh, was it like
Fair Kilobird is more
maybe it
cool
was
than
like
my
Terra
Pokemon
Fairy
skills.
Thundersterian or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's actually exactly what it was. Oh my god.
But yeah, I personally like Forza's team better than Meep's. I think Forza's team is a lot more better into into more teams, whereas Meep's, he will absolutely
Really?
shit on a few teams, but then other teams he'll just like, it's a very matchup dependent team, I feel like.
And I feel like
Scizor,
his,
C
I feel like
tier.
his bulk kind of sits on most matchups. I like the speed tier, sure, but like one chilly reception into the Beartic and the speed gap isn't even that bad anymore.
Bro,
I don't
Beartic
know,
is
man.
still
I
getting
still think-
outsped by 120s.
Yeah, by
Like a
120s.
120, like a.
Okay,
I have all of them.
One
You're
sec,
saying?
1 second. Yeah, it's true. You do
Like,
have you have all of
You
them.
know what? Alright, you got me there.
At plus 2.
Why are you
Okay.
counting Zygarde Mega, Steve?
Because I was in an argument with someone else in another chat at some point.
It's also hilarious that this Zygarde Mega doesn't even guarantee
Oh,
whatever,
wow,
whatever
Beartic-
is counting.
That's true.
Beartic sucks. Gets fucking shit on by Nihilite. Not even a real Pokemon, bro.
It actually lives in Nihilite, like what on earth?
Sometimes.
No, okay, no, it's not even. Come on, throw Modest on that shit. Come on, put Modest on that Zygarde. Come on.
Still not guaranteed.
Yeah. I
Still
don't give a fuck.
That's crazy.
I don't
Beartic
give
the
a fuck.
goat.
Um,
Beartic the goat.
Okay, so he is a little faster than I expected. Like 398 is definitely like respectable, but considering the fact that your snow,
Outspeeds 130.
You're still
And
getting
it's speed
outsped by
spec here.
Megalop. You're still getting outsped by Megalop.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is Palmax, Kenny.
Oh shit, you're so right. Oh my god, it's Paldex. Oh my god, I need to go sit in the corner and think about that.
Kenny, have you been taking too many hits off the Benjamin?
Okay, I might have, but also I immediately went to 135 and Megalop is like, because of the buffs, the first 135 that came to my mind.
Yes, I do agree that I thought that the base 50
Actually-
was significantly less speed than what it was, but like your Snow Setter is Slow King, so you're not getting the full extent of the snow. You're getting like
Nah,
4 turns.
it's
Okay.
it's better though, like, because if you have your Alola tails, you're forced to switch out. The Slowking switches out while setting up snow. If you really want your 8 turn to just run the rock on the Slowking, the ice
Yeah.
rock.
Does it still work? I forget if it does.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it does.
Well, it can definitely do
Yeah.
its thing, but then you're running Terra Beartic and not Terra Kilowattrel.
Which last season was a top 10 kill leader.
Beartic or Kilowattrel?
I can't believe that.
That's kind of funny. I can't lie. But still, I personally think that Forza's team is better. Like
I think that Cap said that Iron Bundle outspeeds, and I don't wanna be there when when Iron Bundle faces this team.
I
I
mean, we've
I
just,
feel like
we've just seen that Beartic lives in Nihilite from Mega Zygarde.
What do you mean? I
It's
wanna be
going-
there.
It's going to live a Hydro Pump from a thingy.
Okay, I'm not
From
saying
an
that
Iron
it'll
Bundle.
one shot everything, but like it's stealing your snow boost. I feel like snow is like one of the best things you have going for your team. You know?
yeah.
Like Iron Bundle is gonna like Iron Bundle just immediately makes it so you cannot run snow, which means that like essentially 1, 2, and then I'd argue that Kilowattrel is very like powered up by this hail because it gets access to
Weather Ball.
I believe it, yeah, Weather Ball, and I believe it's Terra Ice, right?
No.
No, it's
Beartic
Terra-
doesn't
Oh,
have
not?
ice.
It's
Oh,
yeah,
right. I forgot about that. You
it's
can't. All right.
It's ground, flying, and fairy.
yeah.
Okay.
Which I still think is fine because, like, as we've seen from Mamoswine, Terra Blast Ground and Weather Ball Ice, I think, on top of Electric, I think is pretty strong offensively.
Yeah.
But regardless, like, I think there's an argument that we could maybe put it like
I think
here.
we're getting caught. I think we're getting carried away in the semantics of this.
I think we kind of are. Like, I think
But
here
I'm
is
having
fine.
fun yapping. So is it really
I
that
don't
bad
think
of
so.
a
Let's
thing?
go back to his flying weakness.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah. So
I don't want to be here when the Iron Bundle goes Terra flying. Then this team dies.
True.
I mean, he is a bird, so
He
it's
is a
not
bird.
unreasonable. Come on now.
Yeah.
All right. So let's
Well,
stop beating
I
the
want to
dead
be there
horse.
when Mike clicks hydro pump, misses, and smashes his
His Switch 2.
Switch. Yeah, his Switch 2 just gets yeeted at the freaking wall as he misses hydro pump.
Does he have the Switch 2 now?
I don't know if he does or not. I know he shattered
No,
his
no,
Switch.
it's still the
but-
original Switch with a GameCube controller.
How does that come? I
Uh,
won.
let's stop beating this dead horse for now. I think we can readjust it later if we come back to it. But I think
Died
for
like
now,
8 times.
but for now, let's move on to Rain's team. I'm not sure how to feel about this team. I think I feel okay about certain parts of it, but it's
This team-
strange.
This team is just weird. I need to like look at it for a sec. I need to like understand what's happening.
Yes, I
It's
don't.
not a. I'm not saying it's bad. I just have never seen these Pokemon together like this.
Yes,
It's very offensive.
it is very offensive.
Yeah, no, this looks like a hyper offense team to me. And I feel like I don't know. I don't really trust the Uxie Spiritomb, like Iron Treads. I understand that Hands is also kind of defensive, and so is Primarina. But
And
they
the
like
Knights,
tend
they're
to.
like they multitask.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel like it weirdly works. Like I don't know. I feel like the defensive Pokemon like don't look like it works on this team. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah.
Like,
It like doesn't
I
look
really
like
like
it
this
works,
team.
but it does. It like it. I think I get it. I think it's good. I think this is a good team.
My main gripe with this team was like I would have Terra to Uxie over the Delphox. I get why the Delphox is Terra because it's really good with Terra, but I mentioned this in my PRs. I think regular Delphox is a lot better than regular Uxie, and Terra Uxie and Terra Delphox are kind of similar. So I would have just swapped the Terra.
How many points is Tauros, and how many points do you have? I'm assuming it's 15 total again.
Yeah.
I think it's 6 points, so I think he just puts it at his 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think that
Tauros
Delphox and
is,
Tauros are fine.
Yeah, but the Uxie would benefit a lot from the Terra.
I definitely
Does
agree.
Tauros get Sword Stance, or does it just get Bulk Up?
No.
I don't.
It doesn't get either.
Yeah, it
does
doesn't
not
get
Sword
either.
Stance.
I don't think
Okay,
he
He
gets
gets
either.
curse. Bro gets curse.
Okay,
We're not clicking curse on the 110
say-
Speedmon.
don't piss me off now.
He has
Come on.
scary face. Who cares?
True. Lower your opponent's
True.
speed faster than you're lowering your own.
I think that Tauros is sadly a fraud. I don't know. I haven't experienced
He's quite
this
scary.
Pokemon yet.
I
Again,
disagree.
sheer force body slam again.
With Terra,
I think Bro wishes
Yeah.
he was Braviary right now. Bro wishes he was
I don't know.
Braviary.
Have you done calcs with
I
Tauros,
guess-
Steve?
I have not done calcs with Tauros. I
Like,
No.
I
might.
faced this Pokemon quite a few times, and it's quite difficult to deal with.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just stupid, but I feel like 100 attack just like feels weak to me. No.
I mean, like Life Orb Sheer Force, I guess. Yeah. but,
Yeah, like
Terra
I'll
normal and
give it a
Life
try.
Orb.
I'm
Yeah.
giving it a look. I'm giving it a look. Name like a kind of defensive Pokemon. Name like something that.
Like without Terra, it doesn't
Empoleon.
do Clefable.
Chestnut.
All right,
it
yeah,
gets
I'll
those
put
comments.
Chestnut. I'll put Chestnut just because it's not. Okay. Wow. Okay. So. Oh yeah, I need to Terra Normal this bad boy. Hold on.
I have
Hold
the
on.
calc open. With Terra, it does 43 to 51 to max.
What
physical
the
Chestnut.
fuck? Okay. This guy's kind of this, and that's Jolly. If it's Adamant, then it does 47 to 56. Okay. You know what?
It
I'll
easily
put some
two-shots
respect on
Clefable.
his name. I see what you're doing.
The issue that I have with it is outside of your body slam, you don't really have that many other coverage moves that get boosted by sheer force. Yeah, and you're missing that.
No, you're not.
Yes, you are.
You are, Steve. You are, Steve. We're not.
Yeah. But it's also a psychic coverage move. Let's be real. You're only using it for like poisons, in which case you want to be using earthquake more than that, because otherwise then you're not hitting steel types.
But also, I'm not even that worried because like you're still getting life orb boosted on those moves.
Yeah,
like,
but then you're
not even like
you're still getting chipped down by the life orb recoil. You're not getting as big of a boost from them. On top of that, like I don't love it personally.
All I'm saying, Elliot, you're very lucky that Tauros doesn't have Terra Water, because like Terra Water with the anger point versus your Shifu, you'd get swept.
That would be so evil.
What? And you make it sound like he's not getting close combat into oblivion.
Well, it's gonna tear water out of the weakness, obviously.
But
I
yeah.
remember when
That's
I lost
so
my
true.
Corvus.
That's so, I think my Wi-Fi is terrible.
Okay, so normal ghost and steel. I'm not really a fan of. I would have liked normal like
I'd have put
dark
ground
and
on it.
ground. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like normal dark and ground.
I think Ghost is better than Dark in every single way. I don't really know why I would ever choose Dark over Ghost.
Well, what are you like doing? I guess
It hits more stuff. Like it has the same things for super effective damage, and it hits more for neutral damage.
I don't know. I'd rather have stab knockoff than Terra Blast Ghost
This
personally.
thing doesn't get knockoff. It's throat choke, which is the same damage as a.
Oh wait, I'm in Nat Dex. I'm in Nat Dex draft looking through the movesets.
Does Nat
This is
Dex Tauros
Paldex.
actually get knockoff?
I'm pretty
There's
sure
no
he got.
way.
I'm pretty sure he
Because,
gets
like,
knockoff. I'm pretty
because
sure I
knockoff
just
is
saw
a-
knockoff.
It's TM in
No,
Gen 9, so like.
No, it doesn't have
Yeah.
knockoff. I just made
Yeah.
that up in my mind, I guess.
I was gonna say, how does a Tauros knock something off? Bro,
To
Okay,
be fair, how does an
fucking
Iron Treads knock
Pikachu.
thing off?
Pikachu gets knockoff.
with his
Fucking
his trunk,
Pikachu.
Pikachu is goat. Pikachu does everything.
Okay, Pikachu is like a 1.5 foot tall rat, like tallest. How is that thing slapping an item out of someone's hand?
Pikachu flies. Like it can knock some things off.
I don't want to hear it, man. That thing's hands are like. That's like
Oh.
1/3 the size of like a human's hands. Like it can't. I'm sorry, bro. My bad for thinking that a bull gets knockoff.
I mean, I've heard people make the argument that Miltank should get rapid spin, so.
I don't even want to think about that. Actually, I don't want to think about that.
But yeah, the team is it just feels so weird. I don't know what to think of it. Like, it objectively has good pieces. Like, I like every mon here except for Spiritomb. I think it's kind of mid, and then I also like I'm still not fully convinced on Tauros, but I can understand it. I like
think
the
that
Terra
is different.
Delphox, but I think Terra Uxie. I do agree Terra on Uxie would be better. It's just like I don't know.
I
You're the
think
one who got
that
6-0'd by the Yuxi, right, Steve? That's you,
What?
right?
What was
You're
that?
the one who got 6-0'd by the Yuxi, or was it Mike?
Yes, that was me. Mike 6-0'd me with an Uxie.
Ah.
Yes, I
about
get it.
about the about the Spiritomb, it's really annoying, cause like this thing gets infiltrated toxic, so you can't even sub up on it.
this thing gets toxic in Paldex.
Yeah. How many times I looked at Spiritomb and I was like, yeah, I'm just going to sub up, and then oh, this thing gets infiltrated and it gets toxic.
Oh, I always forget. I didn't realize this thing kept toxic. Like, I don't think that makes it so much better. Like, Infiltrator toxic is definitely respectable, but I still think that you can just taunt this. Like, you are the big taunt man, and I feel
Steven.
As our big man would say, S tier, it has toxic.
True.
Yes, S tier infiltrator toxic. Also, by the way, Kenny, more Pico gets knockoff. So
It's
maybe
also a
that
dark
should be S
type.
tier too.
But that's a dark rat.
It's a
Yeah.
dark evil rat.
That's a
you
dark,
know,
evil rat
put some
who's
respect on
notorious. Hey, that thing could steal a berry out of someone's hands at a rapid rate. I feel like it could knock that same berry out of their hands at the same time. Pikachu is not
Exactly,
ferocious
but-
like that. It's a little different.
What are you talking about? The man literally puts electricity all over himself and tries to kill himself every single episode of the anime.
We're not
know,
talking
man.
about the anime here.
But that's not.
Well,
but that's
Kenny
not
wants to talk about Natdex, so I thought we could bring up anything.
Yeah, guys, let's talk about hidden power, guys. Come on.
True. All right. What do we think of this team? Like, where do we think it should go? Because
I think it.
like I don't know. I feel like it could be B tier. I feel like it could. Like, I really don't know.
I think that
It's
this is a
definitely
solid B.
B. It's definitely.
I think this is
B.
Yeah, this is making a nice home in the B tier. It's
Are
like,
we thinking below
it's
or
just
above
doing-
mine?
I'll put it below yours. I think.
I'm gonna put it above because I love Meowscarada.
I also
Okay.
think I put it above yours.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I do like Meowscarada. I do enjoy it, and also just because I don't like having this many things in one tier. There we go. That's much better.
No.
That's much better. That's much better.
Steve, no.
Absolutely, Steven, get that out of the A tier.
Come on, Steve.
Move. What's his name to the C tier like we were planning? Forza, you wanted him in C. Put him in C.
You know what? We can do
I'm more
this.
fine with that.
We can do this.
Yeah.
I'm now bottom
that.
of mid. I am
Drees,
now
are you happy?
the worst
Yo.
mid.
Yeah.
Whose logo
Yeah.
is this? The next one.
Oh, this is Lukey.
This is so awesome.
The Quagmires.
This is already an S tier, bro.
I don't get the logo.
We have another Sun team right here.
Never mind. There's a Toxapex. Now I'm sad.
We have another Sun team
Family
right
Guy.
here.
Wow. So, how's your Dosh Bun feeling about going to this game?
I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good with Dashbun here.
Having GU and gouging fire on this team. Holy shit.
That Annihilate gonna come in, take a weakness policy, and then rage fist through everything, Steve.
Not even. He's gonna get roared. He's just gonna get phased.
One taunt is all it takes.
Yes, taunt weakness
Have you
policy
run taunt yet,
annihilate.
Drees?
No.
You absolute fraud! I knew you hadn't.
That's funny.
To be fair, I definitely should have versus this team. I was like, oh my glass could use with this Annihilate. I'll click taunt. Oh, I don't have taunt.
Never mind.
I think that
This is an interesting team. I hate Toxapex, but this outside of that, it's a very interesting team.
This team is so weak to Stealth Rock and it has only Fortress like a Rapid Spin.
Very true. Very true. It is very weak
Better
to rocks.
hazard control than
To be fair-
than me.
To be fair, I think most things on I think gouging fire can get away with running heavy duty boots a decent amount of the time.
Nah, gouging
If
fire is
on a Sun team. On a Sun
Gouging
team.
Fire and Sun is a choice bandit.
Okay,
It gets
but it
hilarious
could also
rolls.
it
I
could
have
also
Oko the
be-
Great Tuscan Sun with the Gouging Fire.
I do think bandit sets are very good, but it could also very easily be like a heavy duty boots like Dragon
D-Dance.
Dance Morning Sunset
Yeah.
That's
with
so
like scale
boring,
shot and
though.
heat crash. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm friends with Legion. That's all I know.
Bandit.
All I
Adam,
know
and
is
heat crash,
gouging
one
fire
shots.
because he won't shut up about gouging fire.
I had Gouging Fire and Sun, and like I two-shot a Fizz Death Gastrodon with Heat Crash. I Oko'd in a Greatest with Flare Blitz. I Oko'd an Annihilate with Heat Crash. It was hilarious.
That is very funny.
Yeah, only having rapid spin, only one rapid spinner is pretty rough. I
Mhm.
think that I think that like a defogger would be pretty cool.
Especially
don't
since
really know.
Ghost spam is good against this team.
Ghost spam is good.
What's like a
Ground
what's like a
spam
shitter-
is
what-
really good. Ground spam
what's a-
is really good.
what's a shitty defogger?
Scissor.
Altaria.
Scizor, yeah.
Swanna.
Yeah, literally, you could like pick up
Swanna.
Swanna. Literally, you could pick up Swanna.
Drop that fraud ass
Or like-
Toxapex for Swanna, and you're so
or
happy.
honestly, hear me out. Drop Victory Bell. Pick up Shiftry.
No.
That is such a choice.
It is a choice.
I don't know, man.
Drop the greed and pick up the Swanna. Or the Komala is
Yeah.
available now.
Actually,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
I
pick up
love
the
it.
Kamala now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Komala's dropped. Yeah, get rid of Greedent.
I do think that Pex is an absolute fraud, and I think that it just like it's so like people say that that stuff like Clodsire is passive. Pex is 10 times worse. Like it is so passive. Like
They're both very passive.
yes, but at least Clodsire can click more hazards than Pex can.
I would
Like,
even say
how
Pex
is-
is better than Clod, because like if you taunt a Clodsire, you just win. And if you taunt a Toxapex, it switches out and gets some regen.
I don't even think that, because I do think that Clodsire, like, you can still switch, like, and yeah, you get regen, but at the same time, like, I don't know. Every time I have faced a Toxapex, which has been like 3 times recently, every single time I'm just been like, yeah, let me just set up in front of this thing. This thing is a non-issue, and it has
It's a
worked
weird
every
Pokemon
single
'cause
time.
It's I would say
Then-
it's kind of fake bulk, because like you need to invest in one stat and then you can invest in the other because your HP is so low. Like
Mhm.
my Blaze can OHKO this Toxapex at +2 with an Earthquake.
Yeah, that's kind of
That's
insane.
crazy.
And that's a
Does-
non-stab earthquake too.
Does Regenerator still heal you if you've been Psychic Noised?
Yes, it does.
I forgot.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
Uh,
gonna say, if it doesn't do that, then that's really rough for Toxapex.
Yeah, I'm just like, and then on top of that too, your bulky water is weak to ground, which like your team is already getting ground spammed into your team anyways, because you have fucking gouging fire, a sun team with like, Sandy Shocks, Chi Yu, and like
Yeah.
a single ground type switch in being Latios. Like,
You don't even have a ground resist.
yeah, like that's kind of my biggest issue is that like even just like dropping packs for a different bulky water that's not weak to ground, I think makes this team significantly better. Drop the packs and the team is significantly better.
It's a bit similar to like how Meep's team is. Like on paper, this team has so many holes, but like I had to prep this team last week,
Mm-hmm.
and it was not trying to be disrespectful, quite easy to see what I would bring. But then during the game, I was like, okay, so I killed this thing. Oh, now the Chiyu comes out in the sun. Well, so like you get momentum against this team, you kill something, and then it just brings in the big threat and it kills something on your team. So it's still difficult to play against because you can't really plan your whole game out because there's so much offense that just nukes some things.
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know.
This is it's either a switch-in game or you have a Flash Fire Pokemon, and then I feel like if you have a bulky Flash Fire Pokemon, then
Granted, there are
I
that
feel
many.
like I think that there's like a few fire like
Heat
having Heatran. I'm just thinking of this because Steve has it, but Dachshund. Dude,
Mhm.
Dachshund on this team is obnoxious as fuck.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'd also really like to see the Dachshund versus this team. I kind of feel like the Dachshund is folded for this team.
I think the Dachshund gets nuked by Victory Bell in the sun.
Yeah, or just gets set up on by Annihilate and Latias.
Or the Chi-Yu just clicks a Spec Psychic instead for once in its life, and it probably does a fuck ton of damage.
We
Alright,
did
let's-
this scout before you joined, Elliot. And the Dachshund actually wins the 1v1 versus Chiyu with Body Press, unfortunately.
Yeah.
No, alright, pull it up. Specs.
Yeah,
Psychic.
This is
at +2, you don't even two-shot an AV Dachshund, I think, with Psychic.
But if it's AV, that doesn't matter. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Ah,
yes, in a
body
vacuum,
press.
this makes sense.
Body Press does 60%.
yeah.
Fine,
Yeah,
but
boom.
like, rocks. Steve's hazard control is Torkoal.
It works
You know what I
against
mean?
me.
Like, That is true, but like
That's-
he is a competent ghost type of Annihilate. You get what I mean? Like with the hazard chip, a lot of these quote unquote checks become not checks.
I know this Pokemon is not real, but he also has Defog Drift Blood.
That's also true. I do have that, which also annihilate Defiant.
It's fodder. Yeah.
But still, that's kind of getting into semantics a little bit. I think the team objectively is like a strong Sun
Again, like,
period.
do you need a bulky water on a Sun team?
I feel like you
Um,
can.
Exist the water types anyway with the Sun. See what I mean? Like, this team is just weird on paper, but like the 6 months that he's going to bring are all going to be really annoying.
I would
Yeah.
so much rather have a Pokemon like. Hold on, wait. Let me get the. I would so much rather have a Pokemon like a Azumarill on this team.
Same. But Azumarill doesn't like Sun.
Yeah, but
It's a-
then this team right
You
now
have
is
a fairy
forced to
type for
always
one.
be running. This team is always forced to be running Sun, and I feel like
just kind of
having
the
a
whole goal
non-Sun.
when you have 3 fire types and a Victory Bell and the Sandishocks. You are
Yeah.
always bringing Sun.
Yes, but then Ninetales, like, if you're not running Heat Rock, you're weak to rocks. And in which case, like, you saw against your own team, like, it got Sun up once. Like, once you deal with the Sun and, like, the Ninetales, the team becomes significantly less scary. And I think playing around the Ninetales and its Sun abuse in its Sun setting is definitely not impossible for sure. So
And
it's
if you
good to
want-
have
if you
not.
wanna-
It's good to have a mode that's not required to be a Sun user.
If you want a fat water, Dondozo is the same point. Is the same point.
No.
Hey, it has
Dondozo is
unaware.
garbage. Like get Lantern at that point and reinvest the points.
Is the Milotic available?
I don't know.
Maybe drop the Victory Bell
Yeah,
so
my-
I
My
can get it.
Lodic is 11. It's not taken.
Drop the Victory
would get
Bell
it
so
with-
I can drop Virizion.
You drop Toxapex for fucking my
just get
Lodic, bro.
Shiftry and drop the Roaring Moon.
Not
Yeah,
happening.
just get Shiftry. Just get Shiftry, bro.
Steve, just get
And drop the
Shiftry.
Roaring and drop the Roaring Moon.
Shiftry gets toxic spikes.
Yeah.
No.
I was
Victory Bell doesn't. Get
I
Shiftry.
know, fraud.
Roaring Moon doesn't either, Steve.
Hey,
Neither
and
does-
if
neither
you were
does
to-
Alomomola.
True. But you know who does? Galarian Slowking.
Roaring Moon doesn't.
Yeah, that's irrespective of the points, Steve.
True. Very true. But you know who gets Tailwind? Both of them do.
hey, I don't think Victory Bell gets Will-O-Wisp. You know who does?
Shiftry.
Shiftry.
It does? Or is that
Yeah,
Nat Deck?
Shiftry gets Will-O-Wisp.
There's
Go
no
check.
way
No,
Shiftry
this is
gets
Nat
Wisp.
Deck's bullshit. Go check. Go
No,
check.
There's
I'm
no
looking
way
at base
Shiftry
trap.
gets
It gets Will-O-Wisp.
Does it get defog?
How?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's why I
Yeah.
suggested it. It gets defog.
This thing
Silly.
gets Wisp and Palossand doesn't.
So real. So unbelievably real.
But
Okay.
doesn't Palossand get toxic, or is that Nat Deck's?
Nah, it doesn't get toxic either. Palossand
Oh,
is
shame.
all-
All right.
Fraud.
We are getting a little carried away. Where do we think this team goes?
C.
C,
Top of C?
top of C.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I
just wanna go
appreciate
back-
I appreciate that you
really
guys
think
put my
Meek has
team
the
over the
worst
Sun team.
Do we
Yeah, do
think
we
Meek
really
has the worst team?
I really don't agree with
Should
that.
we make an F tier for me?
I agree. I agree.
Can we make a no? Put him in the S tier, and he might make Roaring Moon 1 point.
True.
No, then Steve gets 16 extra points. Don't do that.
He needs help. He needs help. His ghost type is Drifloon.
True. I need a real ghost type. I need to steal the Spectrier as well.
You need
Get the
Mimikyu.
Palo-
That's fair.
Get the Palossand.
No.
Drop the Roaring Moon.
The thing is, I don't think Forza's team is the worst either.
Whose is the worst then?
Let's just wait till
Just
the
put
end.
Streez's
Steve in
team.
D. Just put Steve in D.
True.
King of D tier. Steve.
Hey, he can't contest it because it's his team. If we all say his
True.
team is D tier, he has to put it in D. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man. Okay. On to Mike's team. What do we think of Mike?
He's
Yeah.
gonna smash his Switch. He's gonna
True.
smash his Switch when Bundle and Latios miss their moves. The Switch is gone.
I would
And
find
then,
it.
and then his opponent's gonna hold a Bright Powder, and then he's gonna miss Terra Star Storm. His fucking thing's out the window, dude. Also, he's gonna miss Diamond Storm as well.
He is gonna miss Diamond Storm,
dude,
and he's not
I
gonna get
missed
the
it.
boost on Diamond Storm
I-
either.
I missed a game. I missed a game in the last season because I missed Diamond Storm, and then another game because I had used like 3 Diamond Storms and didn't get a boost. And if I did, I would have lived a move, but I didn't get any.
That's so
Your
funny.
players just run IDEF. Elliot always ran IDEF.
True.
I did always run IDEF.
Fucking fraud. IDEF CN stored power.
I never ran stored power. It was always draining, kissing coverage, you weenie head.
We
Oh, you just gonna let him? You gonna let him say that? He
You're
called
just
you
gonna
a
let
weenie
him call
head, bro.
you a weenie?
Dude,
No,
you
no,
like
not a
work
weenie,
at Weenie
weenie
Huts
head.
Jr., brother?
True.
That was milk. That was milk.
True. Okay. But yeah, I would find it really funny if Mike hit every Hydro Pump but missed every Draco. That would be very funny.
Oh, and also
I
I
would
didn't run
find that
IDEF on
hilarious.
mine because it was Nat Dex and I had Mega DNC, by the way. That's why it wasn't IDEF.
God, you and your Naftex, like, we're in
My
Paldea, you
bad.
know what I mean?
Oh, I'm just saying he's gonna miss Diamond Storm because it happened to me.
Same reason why I cursed him with 1,000 years of missed Hydro Pumps.
1,000 years of what now?
Missed
Yeah,
Hydro
you kinda
Pumps.
cut out.
Sorry,
Oh, no.
sorry.
you kinda know it's 1,000 years of.
Curse of Ra! Which is also funny because he does have the Curse of Ra with Hippowdon right here.
I think that this is a very horrifying team,
It is a
Like,
very
wow.
scary team, I think.
but also
Isn't this
What
kind
is,
of
what is
the best-
Rotom Bulb doing here? I've never seen this thing
Well-
actually do something good. No, I'm not hating. I'm just asking what it's doing. I don't know what
ask,
it does.
Ask Patty about
Kenny-
Rotom normal.
Kenny, I hope you're ready for a ramble session of 10 minutes.
What
You
is-
don't
what-
ask-
what
you
is
don't
Rotom
ask
Bulb?
You don't ask Rotom opinion when Elliot is here, please.
Well, you see, it is an incredible Pokemon. Like, Iron Hands can't touch it, and it'll sit on your opponent's team and just Volt Switch around as he gets 6-0'd when he tries to bring bulky Sandaconda. Or
Bad.
Choice Banded Sandaconda. It is the best Pokemon you've ever seen. And, like, obviously it's a 4-point Terra Cap for sure. I forget the types, but, like, it's fast. It can hit hard with Terra. And it's just an incredible Pokemon.
I'm
yeah.
receiving intel from Caps that it's an elephant's hard counter. So you know.
It is.
enough.
It is. You can wisp it, pain split. Like it is super. It is annoying. It is very annoying to face.
All right. You know what? I'll put some respect on his name. I didn't know he was chill like that. I didn't know he actually did stuff.
I
Yeah.
hate him.
You just hate fun, Drews.
I hated Rotom, yeah.
And then also, like, I don't know, there's just some things on the team that I find just very interesting. Like, the Hippowdon, I get it's like a solid ground type. And I do also
But
like
it's anti-synergy.
it is a little anti-synergy, but at the
Why?
same time, you don't have to run Sandstream. You can run Sand Force if you don't want to be chipping your own
it's-
Mons.
Carapagos
Breaks
is why it's
focus
anti-synergy. It breaks Focus Sash and it breaks Terra Shell.
Not when you
Not
run
with
a
safety
left.
goggles.
Yeah.
Safety goggles,
Hey.
Terapagos.
Normally I'd say that that's like a good thing, but I don't really see like prominent sleep powder or spore users either. Like normally I'd say that it's a good bring, but there's not really any grass types that want to use spore or sleep powder.
Why would you bring safety goals over the lefties?
Exactly. There's no reason
Because-
to.
Style points.
Other,
Sand chips after leftovers.
Really?
Yeah,
yes.
leftovers procs for same reason Burn does as well.
Oh, you just meant in general. You just meant like in general.
Interesting.
Yeah, no.
I think at least I could be very wrong about this. I've gotten issues with
Let's open Pokemon Showdown right now and test.
Okay, Caps is saying that sand procs before leftovers, so I very well could just be talking out my ass.
Just
Um,
That
caps
is
more than
possible.
FSQ.
yeah.
Okay, but the thing is that like, what? I don't know. Like the hippo's not bad in the team, but at that point,
It's a
like,
bulky ground type with a lot of attack.
And recovery.
I guess.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just a good Pokemon.
I don't know. I feel like I'm not saying that hippo is bad here, but I like. Is it just because there's not like another good ground? Like that, I'm
There-
wondering that if that's like
Dawn
the
Fan's in the
case.
same tier, but I think Mike's bulk lacks a lot of recovery, which Hippowdon can help take on.
Like,
True.
if the
Yeah.
hippo had sturdy, would anyone complain about the hippo?
If hippo had sturdy, I'd be fine with it because the thing is that
Yeah,
Sandforce
It,
just does nothing. It's just no ability. Like what I'm
sturdy
saying
does
is that
nothing
hippo's
either,
not.
Like, sturdy won't do
Okay.
anything. You're not Okoing a Hippowdon anyway.
Well, I don't agree with that. In fact, there's a Pokemon on his own team that can one-shot a Hippowdon.
But that's on his own
We're
team.
not. We're not. We're not.
Oh,
talking
I'm
about
just
Iron
using that
Bundle.
as an example.
We are not talking about Iron Bundle. This thing doesn't even Oko as Zapdos. It's not Okoing a Hippowdon.
That is also true. He can't Oko a Zapdos with an Ice Beam.
That is absurd.
Modest Ice Beam. Fucking bundle.
That thing is a fraud.
I
Iron
think that was
fraud.
also versus you, Kenny. I also think that was versus you. Did
Wait,
you have
what?
the Zapdos?
I did have. Hold on, I don't remember which season.
All these things
Season
happening to
six?
Kenny
Yeah,
is
I
like,
did have
I guess this
Zapdos.
happened.
I did have Zapdos. Yeah, I know that did happen to me. I did have Zapdos
Yeah.
in that season. I don't even remember.
Morpeko was better than Bundle.
That's
That
so
is
funny.
so true.
A choice
I don't know
specs.
why we're waffling about this team. This
Yeah.
is like the best team in the league.
Oh.
Uncontested.
Oh, I was.
I think it's definitely
I
good.
think it's a really good team.
Yeah.
I was just saying that I think that like if there was a normal type that could, or not normal type, if there was another ground type that could get more value out of its abilities, like from the team and like help it rather than just it be like nothing, is what I was like. I don't think Hippo is bad, but if there was like a different ground type that could do something to benefit the
I mean, he
team.
wanted Clodsire, but that got snapped.
Yeah. Okay, then yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, like I agree. Like Clodsire would have been amazing.
Yeah.
The only
Uh,
weakness of this team is his grounded poison being Quillfish.
I like Quillfish.
I
Of course
think
you do.
as somebody that got it, it is bad. It just does
Really?
not want to come to games. I didn't like it.
I draft this thing quite a fair bit and I bring it quite a fair bit. as
You
well.
know,
Which
you know,
Pokemon?
there's a big issue with a Pokemon when it's an Intimidate pivot with Flip Turn and Elliot doesn't like it.
It just wasn't
I-
bulky enough to take any of the hits I wanted it to.
Hisui and
I think- I
Quillfish is
think
just
the
so much
issue
better.
I think the issue is, Elliot, that it doesn't have Roost or it doesn't have Recover. So like it takes a hit, and then it needs to take a second hit, and then the third hit it dies. And I don't care if it takes 2 hits, I'm happy, and you aren't. You want it to take 11 hits.
Yeah,
That's true.
that is true.
that's
11 hits is more than 3 hits.
Yeah. Well, I mean, weren't you hyping up Hippowdon because it has Slack off? So like, I mean, by the same logic, wouldn't you want your bulky water to do
like-
the same thing?
I preferred Flip Turning over Recovering. Genuinely.
Oh yeah, we've had this discussion before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think though that this team is definitely the best team that we have. Oh, 1 second to play my animation thing. I think this is definitely the best team that we've talked about so far, for sure. So I think putting it in
Yeah, you
S for
can throw
now
this
is
shit in
definitely
S.
fair.
You can throw this shit in S.
I
Also,
don't think there's any
Tinkaton is like a
complaints.
monster. We haven't even said anything about Tinkaton, but we all know what that thing can do.
Yeah, that thing is definitely a support monster. It can definitely do its thing. And then, but yeah, let's go back here. Now let's talk about how do you pronounce their name? Is it just Betty?
It's like Entei. Bete.
Bete. Okay. What do we think of this team?
I
I
like
find
it.
it next.
Holy rapid spin.
What do you
You
mean?
could donate to
Oh,
me.
There's 2 rapid spinners here.
That's more than.
Every other team,
what we've
yeah.
had at all so far. I think that this team is just kind of weird in a like. I don't know why there's not like a Thwacky or something with this Sneasler, you know? Like Sneasler's just kind of here, and like that's not bad, but you know if there was a Sneasler with like an Indeedee or like
Breeze
a
has that, but
Thwacky.
yeah. Thwacky is mid, but I do
Ooh.
understand it.
I don't know how
do-
you
Okay,
people
well-
can rate Terra
Okay, well,
Oh, hey,
well I could
Daddy.
have said fucking Pincurchin. I could have said
Good morning to your
Pincurchin.
body.
Good morning to you, laddie.
we got the gang here. We got the whole gang here now.
But like, what does Glalie actually do? Is a
It's a
Pokemon.
Be
Pokemon.
bad.
It can
The
freeze
better
fire
question
during
is-
this
Oh,
game.
no,
Wasn't
this is a
Glalie.
one-pointer? Okay. I didn't realize it was a one-pointer because of, like, where it was on the, like, dock. I thought that this was... Okay.
You thought it was
Um,
Mega
made some-
Glalie?
I think.
No, I didn't think it was Mega Glalie. I'm not that stupid. But I was just confused as to why it was picked before the Sneasler.
I think the Sneasler was a free agency pick.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
not. That's
Okay,
why
that
it
makes
is.
sense.
Um,
Um,
just to go from the top down, I think Great Tusk Zapdos is a pretty like standard like core of Mons. Like, oh,
Bye,
Oh,
Kratos.
Great Tusk is fucking dead now. Good job.
he was shot in a back alleyway. But Great Tusk Zapdos, I think, is just a core that everyone has seen before because it's like it's an OU staple. And then throw on like Hisui and Samurott as well. Like I think that spike stacking with this team is definitely pretty solid just because like Great Tusk is able to threaten Okos with hazard support a lot of the time. I feel like very few things are going to be able to switch in reliably to your stab moves, especially after a tick or two of spikes. Even like offensive Zapdos can definitely do things after Spike Chip, though it is mainly your defensive option. And Sneasler is also in that same boat. Like Banded Sneasler is definitely going to be incredibly scary with Spike support, especially considering the fact that like the Unburdened set kind of gets walled by Focus Sash users, so having spikes up at all times definitely helps those matchups as well. Glowbro is solid overall. I think he's not the best ever, but I think he definitely has his matchups. Not having a pivot move is kind of upsetting, but he can definitely be a threat. T-Tar Houndstone is a pretty nice little sand core, especially when you have Great Tusk there as well to sort of like get just like general chip off on things while not taking the chip yourself because you're a ground type. Glalie is a thing that exists. Chinchino is fine. Like I think Terra Chinchino can definitely pose a bit of a threat, especially with Tidy Up. It's definitely not amazing, but he can definitely put in work. And Tatsugiri is a decent enough secondary rapid spinner that can have like its matchups with like an assault vest.
Yeah.
I think overall the team is definitely pretty solid.
Why are
I
we
think
here?
that this is just the okayest team ever.
Steve could just do this himself. He just reviewed the entire team.
Yeah. Well, now it's time for you guys to disagree with me because I am objectively
is
wrong
just-
90% of the time. We all know this.
This is just the world's most okayest team. Like I'm not, I like it's not bad. Like I think it's decent. This is just, I don't know. Like I I don't know what else there is to add. You did a pretty good job. I will say that. There is not a very good like designated special wall, but Tyranitar in the sand like does the like its typing doesn't really like other than getting the sandstorm boost, it doesn't take a lot of special moves. It's just getting the Spadef boost from the sand, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I will say, as a Glowbro enjoyer, AV was what I ran a lot of the time, and it can chew special. It can chew 2 Specs Bundle Hydros.
That's kind of impressive. Okay.
So like,
Bundle
it
a
is
flaw.
a very good special wall. I used it to wall Iron Moth, Dio Speed versus Mike. Like with an AV, it becomes a lot better. And I don't know. I think one aspect of Slowbro that was just kind of missed out is it can also nasty plot, like, and eat a couple hits. I think this team's solid. I think it's I don't like the rockers, if I'm being real. Like Great Tusk, like if you're running rocks and spin, you have 2 coverage moves. T-Tar, I don't know. I just don't like T-Tar. It's just all its weaknesses, but I know it's a decent enough rocker. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of the hazard setters because ideally your Great Tusk wants to just smack things, not
Yeah,
waste a turn by getting up rocks.
like I feel like a lot of the time, like you would just love to run a choice band Great Tusk, but if you have to set up one turn using Stealth Rocks and then switch out, that would suck.
Yeah.
If you have to lead, because the thing is lead Tyranitar is the most like, you have the most telegraphed leads of all time. You know, it's like
Yeah.
you want to lead Hisuian Samurai, you want to lead Tyranitar, you want to lead like probably maybe Zapdos, if not those two. You know,
Or
like,
choice item
you-
Sneasler.
Oh yeah, I that's a good one too. Like a choice scarf or choice band Sneasler.
Yeah.
Why is Tatsugiri there?
what?
It's just to be Storm Drain
1 sec.
guy. That's
Was
literally
this-
the only reason I can imagine this is
Let me
here.
check this one more time. Wait. Oh, yeah, I'm missing Bronzong, huh? They're right.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
that's a really good.
Oh,
Oh,
there's
that's
a
a nice-
Bronzong here?
Oh, yeah, there's
Oh
a
my
Bronzong
God.
here as well.
Never
Oh,
mind.
never
My
mind
rock
me. I'm
comment
just-
is retracted.
Okay. Wow,
I was just gonna
okay.
chime in and say that a strong ice type kind of folds this team, but yeah, never mind.
Never
Okay,
mind,
I
we
like-
good. That patches up a lot, actually. Thanks for
I'm not-
pointing that out.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like now that I know there's a Bronzong here, I'm kind of just like Galarian Slowbro just feels like it doesn't feel useless. It just feels like it could be a different guy. Like it could be something that isn't weak to ground, you know?
I can understand it, but at the same time, I like that it's a grounded poison type, and the fact that honestly having Bronzong here allows Slowbro to be more offensive some weeks. Like, let's be real, you don't love clicking like dark type moves into the Tyranitar, Great Tusk, Sneasler, Hisuian Samurott team. So like even on the weeks that like you are going to be bringing that, you can just run weakness policy, for example. And then like weakness policy like Trick Room, for example, if you really wanted to do that. Or even like the Quick Draw, Quick Claw team. I don't know if we have Quick Claw banned or
I don't know,
not,
I just-
but
We
I
definitely
think
I
have
it
do.
was injuries
I-
checked it.
cringe.
Yeah.
I just
These
think
bad
that like
lists.
I just think that getting rid of like a Pokemon on this team for a ground resist would be just like Like,
Tatsu
I-
for Thwacky.
boom, Tatsu for Thwacky. Or Glalie for Thwacky, honestly. I don't know how many points Thwacky is.
It's like 2 or 3
4.
points. 4 points?
think it's
Wow, we
4.
overpriced.
It's
We are
4.
overpriced that shit, but
Nah, he's good for 4 points. I don't know why you're disrespecting Thwacky like that.
You know,
I
Thwacky
have
is
used
a good,
I have used
Thwacky is a good
Thwacky and
low
it
tier.
came to a single match and he did nothing.
Well, I
used
brought
Thwacky
Thwacky as
skill
well,
issue.
and it's really
I
good as
brought
a
I brought Thwacky to like 5 games when I drafted, so I don't know what to tell you, man.
I brought that as my FizzDev check most weeks.
But yeah, for sure.
Funny
I
enough-
think having Thwacky on the team would definitely help out a lot. It helps offset the sand chip the rest of your team is going to be taking. On top of that, Great Tusk is one of the few ground types that actually doesn't care about grassy terrain because you just run headlong. Like, I do think that Thwacky on this team definitely helps out a lot.
Funnily
Also,
enough,
holy-
that Weavile that
Oh,
Elliot dropped is actually really good into this team, but outside of Terra Fairy Houndstone.
Bro, Bronzong is so. I'm so glad that we actually we learned that there's a Bronzong on this team because I was
Yeah.
like, wow, there's not a steel type. Actually, that's what I was literally like. I was looking at everything and then just realizing that there wasn't a steel type.
I find it really
Yeah, I
funny
agree.
how they have 7 resistances to poison and no weaknesses to poison. I find it really
I should have
funny.
really pointed out that Bronson because I am prepping for this team. I was like, I am missing
Not well,
something
apparently.
here.
You were
Jeez, if
probably
I
like,
could
oh
track-
wow, this is actually kind of easy, and then you go back to the prep and you're like, oh,
Never
fuck.
And
mind.
I was like, I'm having a difficult time prepping for this team. Why?
Jeez, if I know your track record against Bronzongs, you really don't have to prep for that thing.
True, that thing is my goat. And the
Uh,
Sabrod as well. I should be fine.
Overall though, what do we think of this team though? Like,
This
I
is-
think A tier.
I think that this is a, I think this is a B tier team.
I think
would
it's
have
top
also
of
said
B.
I think
Top
it's
of
top
B.
of B.
I can understand that. I could either see top of B or bottom of A. I could see both.
All
We'll
right,
just
so
see
we
how
don't
it
have one in
lies.
D tier, so that means that one of these
Patrick.
next two teams is going in D, baby. Woo!
Yep. Patty's team going in D.
Yep, it should. Even though it beat me, I think it's a D tier team.
True. All right.
I
Speaking
mean,
of
Elliot, by
speaking of
saying
Patty's
that, you
team.
just called me a really talented player. so-
Okay, never mind. Holy shit.
Hey Kenny, so you know how you were talking about all those flying week teams?
Yeah, no. Torn T's having a field day in this season, I think. Nasty plot Torn T. Like,
But is
oh
Pat-
my
You're
god.
talking-
does Patty have the luck of the Irish though?
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
he
talking
abs-
to
dude.
Patty. Patty is not hitting bleak windstorms.
No, come on. No, he's lucky. Green is the lucky color. Tornadus is green. Come on, like.
True.
I will spoil something for you. So far, I have done everything in my power not to click Bleak Windstorm
Yeah.
this season.
Who clicked Psychic to avoid bleak windstorm?
I literally click Psychic for the 2-shot as opposed to letting Urshifu set up.
That is
Dude, I
really
think it's funny because I think I might have used like 13 bleak windstorms against. Or no, I used all of my bleak windstorms against Caps Lock because in our battle it revolved down to a PP stall because his Gliscor was the only Pokemon that was left and it couldn't hit my Tornadus. And we just had to spam like U-turns and defogs at each other.
Until you
There might
finally
be one.
forfeited.
I had to spam U-turns into him, and he could only use non-damaging moves into me because he couldn't hit me.
That reminds me of
Uh,
when Mike's
I
Tornado
hit-
hit my Bramblegast.
I hit 14 bleak wins out of 16.
That's kind of
That's
insane.
incredible.
I don't think I even clicked 14 in a whole season.
Oh man. Okay.
Given
but-
mine's an incarnate Tornadus, so maybe the theory in luck doesn't. It's not real.
everyone
I had
knows
to tune in and
Torn
I
T
had to
is
tune in and it was
fake.
good. It missed one bleak wind all season. I did lose that game though.
And then also Kenny is a big fan of Sneasel. I should know.
Dude, oh yeah. That's my guy right there.
Yeah. I got 6-0'd by a Sneasel in a gimmick Ubers season.
Yeah. He
You've
got
been
a-
6-0'd by Uxie and Sneasel?
Yeah.
No. I swept him. He had a fucking Zekrom on his team that got one shot by Sneasel.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
It's cause fucking Incineroar was my like main like defensive answer. So he had inner focus to block the intimidate. Then he
And
clicked
his fake.
yeah, and my fake out, and he just clicked up an SD and low kicked me, and it murdered me.
And then he proceeded to procedurally kill everything else on his whole team. It was beautiful.
Yeah. To be fair, that was like a year and a half ago. That was like my 3rd, 4th league ever, I feel like. It was a long time ago.
I don't know,
I have
man.
now learned to put respect on Sneasel's name.
I still think it's
Sneasel's
shit.
there.
That's
He
because
is absolutely a shittermon. He is absolutely a shittermon.
So bad.
But-
Patrick wouldn't even bring him specs.
true.
Where's my
It's all about
Blizzard
the fear
Sneasel
factor,
at?
remember that?
The fear factor. It's all about the fear factor. Oh,
Man, can you stop fucking impersonating I swear to God.
Wait, someone was impersonating Patrick? I thought that was him.
Are you serious, Elliot?
Yeah, no, I'm dead serious.
Yeah, the second
He's
fear
definitely not
factor was
serious either.
me.
You're a fucking gaslighter, I swear to God.
No, no, it was backwards.
Patrick, I honestly think you should feel more complimented than insulted. I was like the accent. It was so. The impression was so accurate. It was you.
It was you.
They love you,
Can
bro.
you say what the crack for me, please?
I cannot. No, I can't make that work. Oh
Might get him
man,
to say, what's the crack?
What the
What's
crack? What the crack?
what's the crack?
Why do you sound like a rapper when you're saying that? What's a crack? What's a crack?
Elliot, the very first Irish rapper.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely not the very first Irish rapper, but it's slaking.
Oh,
Thanks, Queen. His rabbit spinner is Quackle
that is the thing.
Yeah, that is his only form of hazard removal, which does suck.
it
Quaquaval
wants to be
hates running
offensive.
rapid spin. It hates running rapid spin, but it will if it has to. And,
Yeah.
It has to, so that's what it will do.
He didn't run it last week. I should have brought a rocker, but that's on me.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I do kind of think that the team isn't that weak to hazards overall. Like Torrentee,
I
of
agree.
course, but you just run boots, like, and are fine with that. The main thing, of course, is like Ogre Pond Cornerstone, but like even if you take rocks or hazards chip in general, you can still run Horn Leech to get your sturdy back after it's procced once, or even synthesis for that matter if you really want to. Like there is counterplay to it. Fez isn't really worried about it. Swampert resists, so it doesn't really care about anything that's not like spikes or T-spikes or something. And then Dunsparce kinda, but at the same time not really.
Hey, that's a dun sparse. That's
True,
big, that's
Dun.
big man.
That's big to done.
I got
And,
nothing with disrespect, man.
and then the Rotom fan is also a pretty big one, but I do think that heavy duty boots on that thing is still like pretty free. Sneasel is kind of only there like 1 week, so it's not a big deal. And then Hydreigon like just rocks, and even then you're not even super weak to it. I think you're fine not bringing a spinner most of the time, honestly, but it's definitely would be nice to have like one other spinner or remover of some kind, even if it's a shitter.
If you had like one or two less, if you had like one less rock resist, I'd say it's an issue. But honestly, like Swampert's just so good, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Swampert's so good in Pal decks. He's such a little bastard.
I agree. And Caps mentions this in chat as well. Terra Rotom fan is pretty solid. I agree. Terra Rotom fan is pretty decent. What are your Terra types on this thing again?
So it's Electric Fairy Steel.
Electric
God,
Fairy
that's
Steel.
so good.
Yeah, that is
And I'm
just
assuming
good.
I'm assuming your worm is water, normal fairy.
A water
Poison.
normal poison.
Because he can't
Fucking
have fairy
poison.
because Rotom
Oh,
fan
right,
is fairy.
right.
Stupid
I keep
poison.
forgetting.
Yeah,
Quite
poison was
stupid.
specifically good into Elliot, so that Belly will toxic me.
So I couldn't dodge it anymore. I was like, oh, I one way to beat it.
Did it just set Calm Minds up in front of you and murder you?
Yeah, and when Weavile missed a fucking axle, so it got its ass dropped.
I would just simply say, just don't miss.
That's true.
Steve, your ass cannot talk.
I hope you.
Hey,
missed.
Weavile
What's
has
on your team?
Weavile has never let me down with Taxel before.
I hope
Iron Bundle Hydro Pump check. Yo, Iron Bundle check.
Okay, Iron Bundle is diff. Weavile is my goat. Weavile is my goat.
You just got karma for week 1. Deserved.
Nah, I didn't deserve any karma. I skilled you.
I'm skilled.
Bro, you uploaded your video, and you were even laughing about how bad it was. You are not rage baiting me with this.
Nah, it was all skill. I mean, if you let your Dio get crit, that seems like a skill issue.
Yeah, you chose to let that happen. You could have not had Deoxysyn.
You could have just had Lucky Chant.
I had my Zerudin that got frozen against a substitute Pokemon. So,
It didn't click sub though, because I was trying to be courteous and nice.
I said Lucky Chan.
But overall, I really like Patty's team. I think there's like just very few things that are just like bad on it. Like you have one shitter and everything else is like usable. Like Hydreigon, Fez, Pert, Dadun, Rotom Fanon, Ogre, Quack, Gold, and Torn. Like they're all very usable, solid mons. And like even then, Sneasel can come like 1 or 2 weeks too. Like there's
Exactly.
like everything on the team is usable. So I definitely think it is very solid.
Out of all the shitters to have, Sneasel is probably one of the best shitters, I think.
Yeah, unless it's Elliot, in which case he'll miss Taxel and drop it.
As it would deserve. It would deserve to get its ass friggin' dropped. Flat.
All right. But yes, where are we thinking for this team then? I think bottom of A.
I think
Yeah.
bottom of A is fair.
Yeah. It's definitely pretty comparable to Elliot's team in power level, I feel like. I think they could be like flip-flop depending on the matchup, but I think in general, I think this is a pretty decent spot to have it right now.
I like Elliot's more. It's more powerful from the get-go.
I can agree with that with Paul
Patty's team doesn't
Urshifu.
cheat. Patty's
True.
And now I have Greninja, so I can't miss.
You're gonna miss Hydro
Not
Pump
true.
now.
I'm never clicking Hydro. I'm
Yeah.
only clicking Surf.
This
You
is
know
so-
this. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
You're just like me.
Elliot's gonna miss a gunk shot at one stage in this season.
No.
It gets Sludge
It
Wave
gets
now, so I
Sludge
don't
Wave
even
now.
need to.
Yeah, it gets
Yeah.
Sludge Wave now.
No, you're not gonna click Sludge Wave. You're gonna want to break a Fat Fairy like a Sylveon.
And then I have Corviknight, Scarf Corv.
True.
True, Scarf Corviknight.
All right, we already talked
His
about
mind is
my
expanded.
shitter team. Let's move on to Jay's team now, the obligatory fraud rye team.
I think Darko is
Um,
really good as a round 3 pickup. Thank you very much.
As a round 3. It's funny because
don't
I
think
was actually
Rye-
eyeing up Darkrai.
I don't think Darkrai is actually very. I don't know. I don't like Darkrai on this team, to be honest.
I do.
Oh.
I think it's
do
an
as well.
elite speed tier and a special breaker that otherwise.
Issue is he doesn't have a physical
actually-
breaker. Unless you trust Lando T as a physical breaker.
Doesn't Keldeo count
I've-
as Secret Sword?
Mm,
I mean,
What do you mean? It
technically
hits on the
speaking,
defense.
I don't know because it's only fighting type moves. If he had a water type move equivalent to, or like literally any other move that did that, I would agree with you. But it's only Secret Sword.
I
yeah.
don't even think Keldeo counts as a breaker.
That.
No. Keldeo's a breaker. I don't want to hear that.
I think
Keldeo's a
Keldeo
breaker, bro.
definitely counts as a breaker.
Really?
That's the same
I
special
think-
attack as what's it, Walking Wake, and you're like, I love that thing.
Yeah, Walking Wake has Draco Meteor. Keldeo has 90 base power.
Hydro Pump. Hydro Pump.
Hydro.
bitch.
Focus Blast.
Yeah, have fun with
I know-
those two.
And I will hit every single one because Keldeo never misses, and Keldeo's fucking crazy.
You know why Keldeo
Kel-
never misses?
Because Keldeo's my fucking goat. That's why.
Because nobody uses it to click a move with.
I've seen more people run bulky Keldeo than I have seen people run Specs Keldeo, funnily
Yes,
enough.
it's not a breaker.
Yeah. The issue is if someone has a particularly good matchup into water and fighting, your coverage moves are dog water. Like Icy Wind and Air Slash being your best non stab moves for most matchups is absolutely terrible. Granted, water and fighting is a solid combo for a good amount of for just general sake, but I don't know. I feel like most teams will have at least one thing that's able to hard wall a Keldeo.
I mean, they have some hardball Keldeo, then you just flip turn out into your Terra Shaman.
Yep.
Yeah.
True.
I will
Terra
say,
Shaman is
I don't
pretty
really
decent.
I don't really like the speed gaps on this team. I don't really think the speed tiers. Screamtail is not a real speed tier. I'm sorry. So
Yeah.
it is Darkrai to Keldeo. And then that one to Shaman's okay, but 125 to
I do count Screamtail as a speed tier. You usually.
Hey,
run
I think
Screamtail.
Screamtail is a very good bulky Pokemon, but I don't think that I don't think that running max speed is bad, but I don't think you should be like, if you have a sweeper. I don't know. I mean, it does. I guess it does have Thunder Wave.
Yeah, that's kind of the main deal. It like is meant to outspeed like a couple of breakers that aren't respecting it, and then Thunder Wave it. That's kind of like the main deal.
Yeah, you're in booster speed with Encore.
Yeah, booster speed
Yeah, no,
encore,
personally,
but
I
that
love fast encore Screamtail. It's a great set.
yeah, but you
Agrees.
only do that for like once because booster speed only.
Yeah, booster
that's what you're
speed's
there.
very volatile.
And you don't even need booster speed half the time. Like, say if you're really worried about something like a setup Ogre Pawn or really any other 110, you can just go straight to Screamtail and then Encore it if it tries to set up.
I just meant for like a Dragon Dancer, kind of like the booster speed.
Yeah,
Oh, you were talking about kind of one of my bigger issues with the team is that I feel like kind of a lot of the roles between Screamtail and Dio overlap a lot.
Yeah, the only reason I could
Yeah.
ever see you running Dio is if like it's not a particularly good Glamora matchup, but you still want hazards. And even
Yeah,
then, it's like, even then, Screamtail Glamora kind of just take over everything DOD wants to do.
I'd drop DOD and put on a ghost type. You don't have anything that blocks rapid spin on your team.
Yeah, I think getting a ghost type would be better here.
See, the thing is, I think not having a spin blocker is especially heinous on a team like this that has so much hazards. Like you have Heatran, Lando,
Glim, yeah.
Screamtail, currently Deoxys, even though it is the most likely amount to be dropped outside of
Maybe
yes,
Cramorant. Mm-hmm.
You're coping,
Whoa.
Patty. That Dio is
No.
never getting dropped.
Cramorant. Hey, no, you can. Hold on. We cannot give Swanna respect and then say fuck you to Cramorant. I'm sorry.
Oh, we
I
totally
would
can.
do that any day.
I told
Nah,
I
bro.
told that too
Cramorant-
because I was looking at Cramorant for 2 and I was like, yo, this thing is good for 2. And then I saw Swanna in 2 and I'm like, yeah, no, Swanna is a lot better than this thing.
Nah, bro.
Hey, Dries.
Yeah.
They're birds
And
of
you
a
just
feather, bro.
scored.
They're the same thing.
Can't I
They-
just...
The silence
Can I
is
just vote?
deafening.
What?
Alit is talking to me and now he's ignoring me. Bro is rude.
No, I said Man U scored.
Man used... What?
The game's on right now, Dries. Man U versus Bournemouth.
Oh, Man U...
Oh, they're talking about a sports that we Americans don't. Actually, no, Elliot's an American. I
We
can't
talking
even
about
make that joke.
Americans.
2026, Steve. The World Cup's coming to the States.
I don't give a shit. I don't watch that game.
Then you don't understand Dries' nicknames. My goodness.
No, I do not. I never do.
Rude. What do you mean you never do? Some of them are so basic. What don't you get?
I don't pay attention to nicknames half the time.
Yep. See, look, Caps
Also,
is giving me the vouch in chat. Caps is giving me the Cramorant vouch in chat. Gulp Missile is a very annoying ability. You need to acknowledge Gulp Missile as an ability, bro.
You should get Caps Lock on next time. He's kind of actually knowledgeable while we just yap.
That is also very true. Caps is Caps has just been like filling the chat, like fact checking us. He's been pulling the work. But yeah, I'm just like, that's probably the main thing I would change about the team. Drop either Dio or Cramorant, just because like no, you have a flying
need-
type, but at the same time, like it's not like Lando's not a real flying type.
I don't know. I feel like since the Steel type is so like, I don't know, man. I feel like you need a second. You feel like with Glamora you should have a second remover. I don't know. I don't really like Glamora being forced on Mortal Spin every game. You know?
I can
Yeah,
understand.
he's
that.
got Cramorant.
Yeah. No. Well, Steve was saying maybe drop Kramer, and I'm saying not to do that.
You know what
Well,
this team
Kamala's
could do?
available.
You know what this team could do? If I didn't have it, of course, he could Driftblim would actually be really good for this team.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Your film would be.
So you're picking up Shift Tree then, Steve?
No.
Yes, you're picking up Shiftery.
No.
And you're dropping Roaring Moon for Shiftery.
Yeah.
You don't want Dries to have
And
a Roaring Moon.
Driftblim.
But
You
regardless,
are making me unmute just to say yes, drop Roaring Moon.
but definitely drop DOD. I feel like DOD for a ghost type, I think, is definitely a good idea for sure. Where do we think this theme should be ranked? Are we?
My soul is telling me C, to be honest, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to hear what you guys think.
I
I'm
think it
kinda
should be
thinking
above
C
Meep's
too.
team.
Above me?
Wait, I want to look
Just
at
so
the. I wanna...
Meep is the worst team in C tier.
No, come on. We gotta put Meep in D. We gotta put Meep in D. Come on now.
No.
That would be really
Meep
funny.
is the worst. You're gonna piss off the founder of this league, and watch what happens to all your favorite mods next season in terms of points ranking.
True. Sneezer's gonna be 21 points.
Good. Fucking good. I'm tired of seeing that thing.
I love me some sneeze there. But do we really like? I do kind of think that like, do we put it up just above Meep's team, or do we put it like above Forza's, or what? Like, where do we put it?
Hold on. I don't remember Forza's team. It's been more than 20 minutes since I've looked at it, so my
This
brain's
is
frozen.
Forza's team. It's the Ivel Garchomp team.
I think
this is
below
better. I
Forza.
think this is below Forza.
Just below Forza.
I love more Pico.
You do love your.
I love Braviary.
You do love your shitter electric types, don't you?
You just put it above Forza.
Oh wait, whoops, yeah, oops.
Nice to see you're very balanced in your rankings, Elliot.
Yep. Of course. I think Patty's a D tier team, if I'm being honest.
I do find it very funny how, at least
actually,
according.
put my team down in D tier, because that'll just mean that either I'm very skilled or Elliot sucks.
Or I got hags.
Or we can all communally agree to put Steve in D tier, and he can't disagree with us.
That is true. Can we go?
That's
I
pretty
didn't get
cool,
to
yeah.
look at Steve's team.
Steven D tier until he drops
Okay,
the
if
Roaring Moon.
all right, Elliot can have his moment in the sun time reviewing my.
No, he's gonna
reviewing my team.
love his team.
Oh my goodness, Alum! You just drafted my favorites. Alamola, Wellspring. Wow. I think this team. I think this is an S tier team, and Mike is a D tier team.
See what I mean?
What do you think of the Virizion?
Oh, I think it's a piece of shit, but who cares?
Hey, Elliot. Galarian Slowking gets toxic.
I know. And that is the best part. I'm sad that you don't have a non-stab poison user, so I would drop Virizion for Gudra.
And have a third dragon type.
And no, it would Terra 1, and 2, it would have toxic. You could Terra poison it.
You could drop the Roaring Moon if you pick up the Gudra.
No.
Yeah, and I think you drop Moon for Landorus Eye.
Yes, and then my speed tiers would be on par with Meeps.
Yeah, but what was the defense of Beartic that like speed tiers don't matter because of sun or hail? Like, you know what I mean?
True, yeah.
Hey, Elliot, what do you think about the Drifblim there?
Oh, that is a cancerous Pokemon.
This thing alongside Aloe Glow King.
That thing walled my entire GWA offense for like a solid 45 minutes, and the only reason that he stopped doing it is because he had to go back to work.
Was it just spamming strength sap at you?
Yeah, it had nothing to hit my Cobalion. It was just sitting there, and I had nothing to hit it, so it was like a game of chicken.
I dare you to swap out.
The game was literally Drifblim throws out a Thunder Wave, he goes into Cobalion, it Strength Saps, he Volt Switches, rinse repeat.
Yeah,
Go to
like,
Gliscor U-turn.
He's making it out like he's the victim and he was equally guilty.
No, I was the victim.
I lost.
No, the thing is, he won. He won that game.
What the fuck? No, hell no, Kentucky. Hell no.
Season, yes, but I was the victim.
I will say, seeing Elliot just about ready to fucking kill Driftblim was probably the most enjoyable part of that break.
It was very
Yeah.
funny. It was so funny. I remember watching it, and it was so comical.
Yeah.
Ellie,
Well,
did he have like face cam on?
no.
I wish that
No,
would
that's
have
too
been
much
awesome.
effort for Elliot.
I actually do have a face cam. Maybe I should start turning it on. But like, I afterwards cathartically played Bloons Tower Defense for like a fucking 30 minutes and popped a bunch of those stupid things.
Only 30 minutes, bro. That's like at least a 3-hour session worth of stress, bro. Oh my god, Driftblim, bro.
Oh my god. But
Um,
what do we think of this tier list though? What do we think of this? Because I really
there's
don't think that
really-
there is no D
if
tiers.
there's
Honestly,
if there's nobody in
Yes.
D, then we should just get rid of the D tier.
No, Steve has to go to D. Symmetry.
Symmetry,
I would
Steve,
think that
D.
this is even worse, Drees. I
Oh,
think
wow,
this is worse.
I'm blind. I'm blind.
Meep to D, Steve to D.
Yeah. Nobody's willing. Nobody's willing to agree with.
We're
nobody's
gonna
willing
do
to agree
this.
with-
We're gonna do this.
Put me in S.
No, that throws it off even more.
Well,
Boo.
Drees doesn't even have an S tier team. Arguably, it's like it's a glorified B tier.
My guy, you said it's better than yours.
I know. I'm being nice. Now the fangs have come out.
Now the fangs have come out. But I do think that this is a pretty decent tier list because like there really isn't any like D tier teams. Even Meep's team, which I do kind of
Let the
think.
record show, I disagree so badly with Meep steering.
Yeah, so do I.
Where do
wasn't
you
here for that part.
where do you think it should be, Patty? This team with the speed gap between 105 and 100, which that 100 is fake because Palafin is always adamant.
See, personally,
There's
I do
one
think the
thing-
team got worse when Cinder left.
Exactly.
But I don't think.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's objectively bad enough to be dropping it like.
Yeah, it's like
what
a
was it?
B
We had
tier
a
now.
A tier.
We had like the top of A, I think.
Nuh-uh, bro.
All right,
That's
Kenny, tell him about the
crazy.
flying weakness. Kenny, tell him about the
Hey,
flying weakness.
Tell him
so
about
your
it.
only Pokemon on this entire team that resists flying is Kilowattrel, which will often like even tear out of that resistance.
Yeah, Patty. To be
Okay, I mean,
fair,
a lot
this
of
team
flying
does get
types aren't
clapped-
going to be offensive enough to actually be able to break this defensive core.
To be fair, Patty, this team does get clapped by Terra flying out on bundle.
I thought you were actually gonna say that actual point. Yeah, man, you're right.
Oh man.
I mean, is it not?
I was mainly
yeah, good
I was mainly thinking just a brave birding bravery, like even though it isn't Terra flying, like still does a lot. Like I don't know. I'm just like I just feel like
It's-
the
it's
whole
literally-
Banded.
This team
Unless the
would
Braviary is banded,
actually.
it's not breaking through Tinglu easily. It's not breaking through Slowking easily. Even Fizdef
Okay.
probably takes it on.
Okay, but the thing is that the Braviary swaps from using Brave Bird to close combat on the Tinglu.
yeah, and you're
That's
Terra
the
fighting.
two-shot.
And I
You're-
imagine
it-
Tinglu probably takes about 50% from both of those combined.
Yeah, and you're not no. Bravery has a
Okay.
okay, let me calc this.
Hit the calc. Hit the calc.
Ting Lu, we'll even go max Fizdef for this one. We'll go max Fizdef. Bravery, Brave Bird does not do a lot. Yeah, actually no, that's no attack investment. Let me check that. We won't even go an attack boosting nature. Brave Bird does about 25%.
You
that's-
didn't put a life orb on. It'll be
Oh, true.
sheer force life orb a lot.
Also true.
That's like a fair thing.
But he could have told me it was a life orb before I threw out that head calc.
No. Make it look stupid. Make it
There-
look stupid.
And then we'll do close combat, which does about 50%, like we predicted, and then it's Terra fighting, which does that almost kills like with Brave Bird into close combat.
You're not making your argument better, Steve. The fact that Tinglu lives this is kinda crazy.
Well, shouldn't it
This
go
is
adamant?
max FizzDef though. Like then you're
Yeah,
not
this
running
isn't
any
even-
SPDEF.
This is also live or Braviary.
It seems like you have to jump through a lot of
That's-
hoops to make your point.
That's not even attack boosting nature.
Okay, I feel like putting its most common set on is not a stretch.
Yeah, no.
You think Terra
Especially
Fighting
since
is going to be the most common set?
yes.
Okay, well I'm more so an adamant life orb, sheer force, but
Actually, wait.
How much
Let's
does it
let's
do to
calculate.
FizzDef Muck? How much does it do to FizzDef Muck? Because we all know that's going to be the answer.
True.
dude, the body slam always does as much as Brave Bird. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's sheer force.
Sheer Force is strong, man.
And that's also not even Terra normal.
Okay.
Like here's the FizzDef muck.
Do you know what would help his flying weakness for this on the special side? Oh, it would be the Bramble Gas with Wind Rider.
True.
Can
Yeah,
confirm
this
that
Braviary-
thing's sat on Mike's Tornadus in Season 3 finals.
Yeah, this Braviary is going to get hard wall by Bramblecast. Yeah.
The Terra normal body slam does about as much as the non-stab close combat does.
It does 0 to Bramble Gas.
That is true. It doesn't do anything to Bramble
Yeah,
Gas.
Braver does like 400% Bramblecast.
Nah, Endure Rocky Helmet.
Let's just like head calc this not head calc this, but like let's just theory craft this a little bit. Let's say it bulks up once on it when it switches in. Oh wow, look.
Let's theory. He said let's theory craft a little bit, as if we haven't spent 15 minutes on this fucking. On this
True, true.
Oh, Steve, by the way, I have some horrible news for you.
Yes, what's that?
Mr. Lukey made a transaction right now, so we have to.
Oh.
redo it.
Let's go! More yapping!
I will say this team would be a lot better if Scizor simply had Roost.
Wait,
That's literally.
He dropped packs! Let's go!
wait, Luke, you made a transaction? It better not. Oh, actually, wait, no, never mind. I play him this week. That's fine.
Yeah.
Alright, Toxapex.
So
He
you
got
are going to en-
he
you're
got
going to enter
Milotic.
Toxapex, Paddy.
He got Milotic and he got is that Dupiter?
Yeah, for webs.
And
Oh, I'd actually
Webs.
rather face a Milotic, I think. Ugh.
Yeah, I thought so.
Ah,
I don't know.
why even use the point though?
Because webs.
For Aura.
Yeah, but it's a fucking Dupiter. Is it really getting up webs?
Focus
Um,
on webs.
You'd
Yeah.
be surprised, bro.
Doesn't it just get multi-hit moved by like Dragon Pulp?
Endure cussed
Should
that
have
Berry
picked up the
Webs.
cutest flight, probably.
Simply.
I was gonna say, is Cutie Fly not 1 point? I'd probably rather get that instead.
Yeah.
Guys.
I think
Well,
I've
he
seen-
picked
I-
Raging. He better not be picking up Toxapex.
I think a Dupiter can OHKO a Great Tusk. I think I've seen that
Oh,
calc
wait.
before.
Toxapex is available?
No.
Oh
Bye.
god. Oh god. Elliot, you have used Toxapex
Wait,
before
end the
and you
stream
dropped
before
it.
you picked up Toxapex. End the
End
stream.
the
before
stream,
you
end the
picked
stream,
up
end the stream, end the
Toxapex.
stream.
Bro,
I
he
only
has
have two transactions.
I'm
already,
joking, I'm
yeah.
joking, of course. I'm just joking.
Iron Moth for Toxapex. And then
Mimic
I-
you going. Yeah,
No,
we're getting
never.
somewhere.
Mimigoat. Mimigoat will never go.
Pick up the Cinderace instead of the Grand. Pick up the Toxapex instead of the Moth.
I
Arguably so bad.
Elliot, I have bad news for you. I see beta typing in Wi-Fi transactions, so Toxapex might be
No.
gone quicker than you think.
No, not my goat.
your goat, it's getting dropped.
It is high.
Getting passed around like Grafai.
True, the poor Grafai.
Thwacky the goat!
Oh no, I picked up Thwacky.
He's listening to us. Let's change this again.
I
Paddy,
am not fighting this Thwacky. No, no, no. I'm fighting this Tatsugiri. Thank you.
No,
Alright.
no, I think we let it. I think since we're allowed to cheat, we let it be effective for this week.
Man, a meatball.
Yes, I'd rather that, please.
I immediately think that this team jumps up like a notable amount with Thwacky on the team to give Unburden.
Unburden and then also helping like the grounds and everything. I do agree. What team is Bete's team?
I think it's the evil one.
The
the Nickit.
okay,
Oh, Nickit, sorry.
I think that goes up like that, right?
And what? Who's the other one again? I forgot. Lukey. Who's
Lukey.
which one?
And then there.
Team is Lukey?
No.
I don't know if
Or like, what
I don't know.
do
Is my loadic enough to like move it from C to B?
No.
No.
Just
Okay.
put me in S for symmetry.
I
Oh,
think
get
it's an
outta here.
upgrade.
Nah.
You the team of misfits.
The band of misfits.
I mean,
The
Benny,
fucking
do you agree with that?
island of
You get-
misfit toys ass team.
Personally, I think
beat by a well-played freeze.
team
True.
that's doing all right.
The well played
Benny,
freeze.
do you take my team as misfits? I find this a crazy statement.
I think every team you draft is misfits.
Yeah, my GWA was misfit, I agree, but like this isn't.
Okay, well, being a group of misfits means that like despite like people not thinking that like you do belong together. That is like
That is the-
concept of
Yes,
like,
that is what I am
So
trying to get
yes,
at.
your team is the misfits.
I have guys could have
It
friends,
works.
like best friends.
No, they hate
I
each
just-
other.
Okay,
Pretty
okay,
good, man.
those
This
two.
is my
Okay,
favorite
those two
part.
are like a blatant obvious synergy.
Deal with Indeedy.
Indeed is a piece of shit unless you tear it, Drees, and I've tried to tell you this for weeks.
Yeah, I think I will tear it next week, to be honest.
Because it is absolute dog water.
Like Drees, I said this to you before. I did not respect Indeed in the builder, and it didn't come.
I do think that's an oversight on your part.
Please call you bad.
He's calling you bad.
That would be even worse, Elliot, if you didn't freeze me.
Only
You
one
would have
team.
voted this bad player.
What do you mean? It's a 10% chance, and you made the risk, and you made a bad play. You said you
Yeah, so-
misclicked.
You had a
Tried to
10%
predict.
chance to freeze
Now you look
me,
like a
then you-
bitch.
Then you had a 6% chance to crit me, and then you had a 10% chance to paralyze me. You get
Isn't
all
it
of those.
6.25 or something like that?
Ooh, 6 will be
Ooh, big difference. Hey, no.
Massive
we need
difference.
to differentiate. Yeah,
That
big
quarter of a percent is so different.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, Pete
Yeah, I mean, I
Kennedy
like how
hopping on
percentages matter when
rivals.
they happen to you, Drees, don't they?
Excuse me?
I like how crit percentages matter when they happen to you, don't they, Drees?
Oh, Elliot's little demon laugh.
Bronzong wouldn't have swept anyway. It's fine.
Nah, definitely would have swept me.
I'm glad we've at least come to this conclusion now.
Oh no!
Drees, I
We
really
agreed
hope
on-
you
we
know.
agreed on that before. We just don't agree on the Arcanine getting burned. That was bullshit.
I hope you know, Drees. If I freeze you next time, I am frame 1 DMing you skill issue. Just frame 1.
I'm gonna start bringing Scald Pokemon just to not get frozen again.
Nah, just run Flare Blitz.
Is
It'll
it
thaw
fully
you.
on Keith Skull?
No.
No.
Sounds like it's getting frozen.
Especially
wow,
since
my
that's your best
My
Ice Beam
bundle
switch in.
answer- Yeah. Oh no. And Polion, you are going to hold on to the Scover cloak for the rest of your life.
I already see the plot in the stars. It's beautiful.
I'm so excited once Drees gets frozen, and you just hear, "What the hell, God?" I can't do a Drees impression, but that's my best attempt.
I know that sounded just like him.
Wait, Drees wasn't talking? I thought that was Drees.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, back to the tier list. Do we?
What do you mean back to the tier list? We're done.
This is done. This is all. This is how we're keeping it.
Can we really
I-
leave Meep as the shittiest team in GWA? Or sorry, MMC.
Nah, they're
Do
your
it-
loyalty.
The issue is, I think every team is better. That is the issue.
I think you're delusional, but okay.
I faced it round 1, and he didn't even bring the Cinderace, which is the best thing into my team.
I mean, I can't help that he doesn't like Cinderace.
The
Yeah, well,
team
maybe you
objectively
should,
got
like-
worse without it, and I am a Cinderace hater now. Like,
Maybe you should start liking Cinderace. I don't know what to tell you.
tell him to stop missing his moves.
Seems. Oh, what happened? When you made fun of Weavile and then you can't hit Pyro Ball with Cinderace? Seems like a skill issue.
Well,
You
that's
are not
because
allowed to
Steve.
talk, Alex.
Well, it's because Steve has the fucking like eyesight of like a 124-year-old man.
I got the
His
curse
eyes
of
are
Ra.
his
I got
eyes
the
are
curse of Ra
racing.
directly into my eyes.
Literally though.
Okay, all right. Let's put this to bed. Where would you rate his team, Drees and Patty? Where would you rate Meep's team?
Top of B.
No.
No.
Actually, absolutely not.
I would say, in my opinion, I would say bare minimum bottom of B, but
Bottom of B max for me.
I think we put it above Steve's team.
I don't agree with that. I actually don't agree.
Like I could.
That's totally fine. I just think it'll annoy the fuck out of him.
I don't care where my team
Okay,
goes. I really don't.
You have now
You're
sold
such a
me, and I
12-year-old.
now think that Steve should be put below Meep.
I agree. I agree.
All right.
Speed tiers don't
Do
matter.
we-
No,
do
I
we
didn't.
think
I
it
didn't
is?
mean it that way. I didn't mean it that way.
Yes.
I meant the other
Yes.
way. I meant the other way.
Oh, you mean this? You mean this? Oh man. But
Oh man,
I
Rage
would
never
be-
felt so good.
I would be fine compromising putting it here. I'd be fine with that.
I think it
I
can be
think-
like top of like C, bottom of B, maybe. I don't know. The
I
thing
think he
is
had an
that-
A team and now it's B. I think that's
Yeah.
fair to say.
You know,
Yeah.
okay, fair enough. I think that the speed is really, really bad, and I don't respect the bulk enough. But maybe that's just me. I do
I
think
do respect the bulk a lot.
I think the offense is bad. The bulk is good.
Slow King Ting Lu with Sylvan Wish support is stupid.
I definitely can agree. The wish support does help a lot with Ting Lu, because that was a big issue, at least in my battle with Ting Lu, is that like he got worn down so insanely easy. Raging Bolt was able to break through it.
I really should see this match, this video, because I don't see how you beat him actually.
And you guys can find out on Wednesday when I release week 1 of MMC.
My guy, I am playing my week 3 on Thursday.
I'm sorry, I was in SPL and it just ended. Like, what can I tell you?
Did you make
You're playing
playoffs?
already.
Yeah,
No.
SPL.
Because I inherited an 0-3 team, bro.
Yeah, well,
I would
maybe
have gone 5-3.
the fuck SPL even stand for a Super Penis League? Like, come on now. Like, you're not even fucking true to your fucking roots, bro. Come on
SPL
now.
Baby League as well, by the way.
Yes, it is the D League. It was the D League. Hey,
You just
one
needed to put him down.
Oh,
of those
Super
weeks.
Penis League Dick
that
Division.
seems like a
One of those-
really good
one of
argument
those
for
weeks
Steve's
I-
team being B tier.
I
True.
agree.
So true. Symmetry.
D tier for D League. Here we go.
True. You're very real for that. But all right, that's enough streaming for me. That's been like almost 4 hours. That's a pretty good stream. I hope you all enjoyed.
I thought Elliot was... Sorry.
It's
I
okay.
thought Elliot was going to join for 10 minutes. He's been here for like 3 hours.
He's been here the whole
Yeah.
time. I hope you all enjoyed, and I can't wait to see you guys in week 1 of MMC on Wednesday once we get to that, even though Drees has already spoiled it. But regardless, I hope you had fun, and I will see you guys there. Peace.
Peace.
All right, the